Now we're cooking. But you guys can't hear that because I have it.
I feel like that's what should happen. But if I'm picking,
and if you're
I was
like
betting
me,
on
you've
it,
had
I'd
this
bet
date circled for a while now.
On ESPN, part of the
It's
first free
A7FL
hour.
National
I think Cody
Championship
standing
between
tall is
the New Jersey BIC
I wouldn't hate that.
and the
I think the
Las
Cody Punk
Vegas
thing,
Insomniacs.
they teased the Cody Punk thing. I think that would probably be a good idea. Jacob Fatu is being shown walking
there in
into
Las
the arena,
Vegas,
so
Nevada.
Oh my God! All right, let's go.
And he better be. He better be because God damn it, they should put the strap on tonight.
We're bringing to you
Okay, we got Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns. Put the strap on him, taking off of Roman Reigns. Sorry.
Yep. It's tribal combat, so everything can happen. There's a bunch of bullshit. No rules. The Usos should align.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu and Fatu should get the belt. Have Roman win it back at SummerSlam.
Absolutely. Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. I think Rhea is retaining. However, we are going to see shenanigans.
You could have assumed that the national champs, the BIC, would have a great season in trying to defend that championship, but the flip. The 1 point extra point to get the victory that sent BIC fishing, some might say, in this year's playoffs. However, LJ, you might have thought that BIC had a 0% chance in playing in today's game after what happened in their playoff loss to the Animals.
That's right.
But there was not a 0% chance. There was still one hypothetical possibility. So we go to the Eastern Conference Championship, in which the Silk City Animals take a commanding lead, and it starts to get chippy. But when the U has Quattro Huff, then they're always in it, and they storm their way back. And you see him faking even our cameraman.
Do what he do.
To get this game, shout out to the kids, to get this game close. And as we were in the late stages of this game, a chippier, feistier game is now even more important because the winner of this game goes to the national championship. So on an extra point, you see a lot of extra arms thrown, but it led to this. Perfect pass from Tender that can't be lost, intercepted, and this should be a capper. But you saw the hit there, and you see the tension starting to build. And even a seasoned veteran like Kyle Ward found himself a little bit upset with something that might or might not be within the scope of football. Then fast forward one play, and it all goes downhill from here. Pack Money, LaPera, both earlier suspended, and me and LJ really upset that what was a great game of football turned into something other than football. And with both teams getting suspended for the rest of the season,
Sheesh.
it's BIC again against the Insomniacs, and the Insomniacs, they get a chance at revenge.
Vengeance. Vengeance indeed.
So, when we come back, we will have more of the story of how we got here today. But first, we're going to throw you two clips of our past championships in the A7FL and some of the highlights of this great league. We'll be right back.
Jake got some shaky bait. He's still a stiff arm. What a stiff arm. What a stiff arm. He's still up. My man, the J on chain. That's the play they needed, BIC.
Pitch. King Street Thomas back in the game. Floater near the sideline is caught at the 20-yard line. Making his way down the sideline. James Big White to Mile. Inside the 5, and the ball actually pitched back as he was going down, and it's a touchdown.
Janelle Mason. He could do it. Oh, wow! 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 I can't believe it. A storybook ended. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, sir. I can't believe it.
Protect the lead, make sure the units get them on their heels. And they're in trouble here. That one's picked up. Reception. Yusuf Riddick breaking off. He's got nothing but the grass in front of him. Inside the 5, touchdown, Pennsylvania. Yusuf Riddick making me eat my words. Who needs the Philly shell with a PA knockout?
Another anti-hand hard body, 76 speed. It's my man, 76 speed, 76 speed, 76 speed. And that's a touchdown. Hard body. Oh, wait, can he do it? Hey! Hey!
The topping screen, one at the bottom, 3-man line, 2-man line, not a lot of time. Moon will go, Huff will go for it. Huff at the 20, the 15, the 10, loses the ball at the 5, tosses it back, touchdown, Patterson, and the counter punch here by the Patterson U. Ice cream truck up first, and they give him the first down. The handoff to the ice cream truck, and he will plow down through your neighborhood.
The ball's out!
Gets the
Oh,
ball!
Josh, big move! Big move! Big move!
Touchdown!
Big move, buddy, just won him the game.
Runs the Logo Davis. Logo Davis! Intercepted!
Insomniacs!
The Las Vegas Insomniacs are the A7FL champions and walking up and home. The West owns the A7FL!
And there goes the ball. It's going. It's going.
If you're a fan of Harry Potter,
And it's
Hold on
caught
now. Hold on now.
at the 30, and he gets
Oh
spit
my
out.
God! He's making it happen!
Kels Gallimore giving chase!
Bye!
One down!
Bye!
And the Insomniacs take the lead back! Codrington will step up. He will launch this to Ashante Worthy! Intercepted! And it's the game!
And the Las Vegas
And who does it?
Insomniacs are
Eric
back-to-back A7FL champions.
Eric
Vegas is here.
Shuford.
Vegas is here, ladies and
They
gentlemen.
said they were
Vegas
just
is
better.
here.
Snap. Codrington throws this one to Riddick. Riddick pulls it in. They wanted their money back in blood, and they got it. Your final score, the Trenton BIC 53, the Las Vegas Insomniacs 39. Two teams that deserve to be at the top of the mountain. But at the end of it all, only one could stand tall. And finally, some home cooking pays off for Kenny Stansberry.
Welcome back. Corey Hammond, LJ Smith here. We're prepping you for the A7FL Championship live in Las Vegas, Nevada. And you just saw a lot of the highlights of the more recent champions in our league's history. Honestly, we didn't have enough time to show you all 12 of the A7 and I think, like 11 or 12 years of Town Beef. But I digress. So right now what we're going to do is focus on today's game. We talked about how we got here, but in today's game, one of the feature players is going to be the quarterback and the reigning MVP, Sterry Codrington, who, if you watch some of this film, you could see exactly why he's one of the big factors that are going to either lead to a win or a loss for the BIC. This was last year in the national championship game against the same Insomniacs team. And the difference between this game and the previous year, the first time these two teams played, was Sterry Codrington and his ability to complete the crossing route all over this insanely good defensive backfield for the Insomniacs. Now, this season, a little bit different for BIC. They were on the mountaintop, and everyone was gunning for them. And in a year, LJ, last year, not this year, but last year, no turnovers for Sterry Codrington. You can see the amazing plays that he can make with both his arms and his legs. I think the story and the difference this year was he did turn the ball over a couple times in those key games. And not only him, but we saw the fumbles that Huff forced in the game one. We saw the interceptions in the games against the Animals. But you could see here, when Sterry Codrington is able to throw the ball, the defense has to open up, and that opens up his most dangerous weapon, which is his legs, which is seen here on this picture, where he's down against the Animals. This is in the regular season. They're trying to claw their way back, and the way that he got his team back in the game, LJ, is by what I call pulling out the sidearm, because if the pass isn't there, it's really nice to have the ability to do what he can do consistently. So what have you seen from Sterry this year, LJ, that you think is going to be the key in today's matchup against this Insomniacs for BIC?
Well, as you mentioned, Corey, obviously he's been there before. He's the X factor, right? It will help that he's going to be surrounded by weapons, of course. I would say the same mistakes, you don't really see, like we saw in the highlights. You saw Hollywood drop a huge pass, right? Which was a critical play. You don't see that a lot, right?
No, I don't think I've ever seen it before that play.
You don't see that a lot. So as long as Sterry does what he does, right, and his players, his X factors come through and they make those catches. Like I said, this is like how they got here doesn't even matter no more.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter more because today's the day, right? And now they literally have like a second life. And, now they're back, but he has to play lights out football. Because
well, and
Vegas
I think that's
the
biggest key, because as much as you can focus in on the playmakers that Sterry has around him, the way that BIC has structured their offense, not only this year, but since they really handed the keys over to Sterry, is that he's going to be the catalyst to this offense working well. He's going to be the main running threat, as well as and should be the only passer in the game. And when he can throw and run, BIC is unstoppable. But what happens if you're BIC and you start to see a little bit of struggling from your quarterback? What plays can you go to get him back in rhythm in the passing game? And how can you set up those quarterback runs, which, to be fair, LJ, when I see that up back ready to, and it looks by formation like they're going to pull him to the left, I know for a fact, watching this team, that they're going to go quarterback power. Can they disguise those design quarterback runs so that they can get the yardage that they expect from their quarterback in the running game? Because if they can keep a balanced offense and keep the Insomniacs defense from really pinning their ears back, putting pressure on him and forcing him into maybe quicker throws than he's prepared for, sure, I think if he doesn't turn the ball over today, they may even be the favorite. And I don't know if I'm going to go that far just yet.
But are they the favorite?
Just yet.
Right.
But that really, for me, when you're talking about Sterry Codrington, if he's effective and doesn't turn the ball over, he's almost unbeatable. And it's going to be really interesting to see how the Insomniacs defense, which is one of the best units in the entire country on that side of the ball, how they prepare to stop, whether they want to stop the pass first, whether they want to contain him and force the pass, because we've seen both of those plans backfire against an MVP caliber player in Sterry Codrington.
Listen, like I told you before, his big time, his other players that she surround around him got to make plays. This is an opportunity where Las Vegas is sending so much smoke, Corey. Like they've already saw him be eliminated from the playoffs, right? They already have life. He hasn't played football in what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, give or take, right?
Give or take.
Give or take. So you're talking about, and now keep in mind they just jumped on a flight to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume they showed up Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, whatever. You got a day or two to get ready and prep. Like I said, the odds are not in his favor, right? But again, you never want to count him out. Never want to count him out.
Well, and when we get back, we're going to see his counterpart, the Insomniacs quarterback, and how he is going to feature key in today's trilogy matchup between the New Jersey Trenton BIC and the Las Vegas Insomniacs. So take care of what you got to take care of. We'll be right back with more for the A7FL Championship 2026. We are back here for the A7FL National Championship, BIC Insomniacs. We've got a lot going on right now. The BIC is out stretching, getting ready. LJ knows the chant that they're about to do before pregame. We're getting pretty close to kickoff here, so we're just trying to get you the rest of the pregame information you need to know for today's matchup out in Canyon Springs Stadium in Las Vegas. So we talked about BIC. They're out there stretching, getting ready in the Las Vegas heat. Now, it's not as hot as it's been out there at previous times in the year or even last year at this time, but they got to deal with it. But one guy who's used to that heat and used to the pressure is the quarterback and two-time national champion, Scott Hamilton. And this is a throwback to his initial appearance in the league, the fall.
Hey, look at that hat.
Of the, I believe, 2022 season. And whether it was fall or winter, nobody knows. In Vegas, it's always hot. But he originally came into this league for the Kryptonite and then found a spot as the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Insomniacs. And after a great rookie season in the spring, capped it off with a national championship against the Tampa Bay Nightcrawlers. You see here her going up top with David Clark against the Sin City Chaos. And this was just last year, throwing to David Clark again. You see Scott Hamilton, he's got that ability to locate the ball when he needs to. He finds his receivers downfield for wide open passes. And when he has time, he's one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the league at getting the ball to his dangerous receivers. The key, though, a lot like our friend on the other side, Sterry Codrington, is turning the ball over. So when Scott Hamilton does not turn the ball over, he is undefeated in this league. The only times he's lost games in the A7FL, he has turned the ball over. And look, maybe it's cliche and maybe it's just the catch-all answer, and I'm a quarterback, so I know. But one of the keys to this game is going to be how he handles the BIC defense. And about 365 days ago, LJ, when he was where we are now in New Jersey, Scott Hamilton had just come off of a Western Conference game in which he beat the Animals, who thought they might make this game and didn't, setting a record in the playoffs for 8 touchdown passes. Now, in that game, LJ, he did suffer a small injury to his back. Now, he has never made this public, and he doesn't talk about it regularly, but that health question and concern did affect him in last year's championship game. So coming into today's game, he is a lot healthier. He has a lot more rest. He has a lot less wear and tear on the old structure, the spinal column.
Yeah.
And I think this year he has no excuses whatsoever coming in. He's 100% healthy, and he's going to be trying to watch out, hypothetically, for a guy that we know as the road runner, a guy who last year in this game intercepted him, I believe, 3 times in Matt Riddick. And if he can navigate the defense and if he can find ways to get the ball to his running backs, get good protection up front, I think the Insomniacs at home with their guys in tow,
Oh, boy.
they come into this game thinking that they should be the favorites.
Listen, word on the street is too is that he should be really healthy with the path they took to get to this game as well, respectfully. So, you know,
Respectfully,
you know, so
bringing it up is not respectful.
but in all seriousness, listen, he's a baller. He's a, you know, he makes, you said 8 touchdowns.
8 touchdowns
That's
in
crazy.
one game, and again, injured. But to be clear, if you're suffering from those nagging things to ankles or knees, hit up our guy, Trainer Steve.
I knew you was going to say
TapeMeUp.pro.
Tape me up.
Scan the QR code now at TapeMeUp.net if you're old school like me and you don't want to do that thing with your phone.
That's right.
And Trainer Steve has got you pre-wrapped, taped, and covered. So for professional athletic training services for all ages and all sports, TapeMeUp.net. Okay, so that was shameless, and I apologize to the viewers at home. I laid it on with a nice pause to ham it up. I knew that LJ was going to call me out. But yes, health, a concern, not this championship. And you mentioned the path that the Insomniacs took to get here.
Right.
I think that there was a concern maybe of the balance of power, but not like last year. This current season in 2026, the Insomniacs had a game that was really close, 21-18 against the Stealth. In all of their games against Sick With it was not a blowout as it usually is, and there was at least a struggle for power at the top in conference. Now, the criticisms that you are hypothetically referencing are because we are now facing a team in the East, which is the third team in the seedings, and all these teams at the top of the East did have those games against each other that went down to the wire. But let's not mistake the facts here. The Insomniacs have only lost 2 games in the A7FL as currently constructed. A regular season game against Sick With It, I think it was 2 years ago, depending on if this is this year or last year or whatever, and the championship last year to BIC. So the loss this year was a technicality because it was a forfeit. They were winning that game. The Insomniacs are undefeated when Scooter doesn't turn the ball over. So
Question. Fans want to know, real quick, how many games out of all those games, how many games have been versus teams outside of the state of Nevada? Fans want to know. Because you're quoting teams. If
one of those games was against Tampa Nightcrawlers in the championship.
House, I'll be
another one of those games was against BIC in the championship. And say what you want, they won.
I'm just saying, listen.
The Chaos still count too, and they beat them. To the bricks, some might say. Hold on. What do you got?
Hold on. I got something to say. Hold on. If I play inside my house, I play all my kids in my house. I got 4 kids to say. And I play them all one-on-one. I'm only playing them. And I go outside my house and say, yeah, I'm undefeated in my house. It sounds like what you're saying is that they're undefeated on only 1 or 2 losses once they leave Nevada. They gotta make that message today.
They've beaten California.
I all that undefeated
they've
stuff.
beaten Florida. They've beaten New Jersey. And they've beaten Ohio.
Okay.
So some can make that claim. However, we are here today, and they did not back into this game like BIC did. So, to be fair to the Insomniacs, it doesn't matter who they played. They're here today. And this just reminds me. We're going to take another real quick break. And when we come back, we will go over the playmakers that will set the table for these quarterbacks. So, don't go anywhere. Where LJ is going to have to go play his kids in the house.
101. I'm undefeated.
We'll be right back.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here. Fouls away the first offering. 2 on, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Snap throw to first. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Top of the second, and now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Ellie De La Cruz up. His career feels
Counting down to kickoff of the A7FL National Championship game, BIC, Insomniacs, round 3. I'm Corey Hammond with LJ Smith, and we're going over some of the keys to today's game and some of the key players that you'll see in today's game. And if we're going to talk about a BIC game, we're going to talk about the star, Hollywood himself, Ashante Worthy. Here he is, LJ. Your guy, our guy, everyone's favorite player in this league. And I don't know if that's confirmed, but I'm just going to put it out there. Why not? You just see him here on the 3-on-1s. He's one of the most electrifying players, and what I think separates him from just a guy who has speed and agility, you see the ability for him to stay on his feet. He has an insane amount of strength and balance, especially for his size. He's probably pound for pound the strongest player in our league. And not only can he take the big play and make the big play, but his presence on the field, LJ, means that as a defense, you have to account for where he is, what he can do, and whether he's just settling down in a zone because you're over the top and you don't want to get beat, you know, up top chicken box.
That's right.
Or he's going on a jet motion and acting as a decoy on an offensive play. He's still one of the most useful weapons in the A7FL and really has been since his introduction to this league in the Salas tournament in 2020. On the other side, he may even be going head-to-head with maybe the most important player in today's game, because if you were watching some of the highlights earlier, you might recognize this next guy, because on the other side of the field, the Insomniacs have a guy in Danye Lyons, and this was in 2023. How did the game end? In the hands of Danye Lyons with a game-sealing interception, giving the Insomniacs their first ever championship and Las Vegas first ever championship. And then cut to 2 years ago, 17 seconds on the clock, down 5. It's Danye Lyons time. You can't blame JJ there.
Gotcha.
Maybe you can. But just put all of the praise on the player who not only scored the winning points in that game, LJ, but covered the man that we just featured. And this was last year. So the one and only opportunity for Danye Lyons on a 3-on-1, he made it count. Put 6 on the board, and he's just that special of a player. Now, the 3-on-1 is interesting in this year's game, as you see him here. Great defensive coverage, and a matchup we will feature a lot in today's game. Danye Lyons versus Sterry Codrington. And one of the biggest ways these two guys impact the game is on returns. And what's interesting about this game is that we will once again, not like last year, have the full field for these 3-on-1 teams to cover. So Danye Lyons is once again back in play as a potential scorer with no time off the clock for the Insomniacs. But whatever team finds themselves with an advantage at a certain point in this game, when you are ahead in the score and you are returning the ball, which means that the losing team is throwing the ball off, the get-back rule is now in effect all game. So that will be a weapon for one of these teams, especially if they are down to try to get back in this game. But it also could backfire, because if you have to tackle one of these two guys before the 20, that means you're going to have to get there ultra aggressive. And when you play these two guys ultra aggressive on the return game, there's no limit to how many times they could end up scoring on those plays. So for our sponsor, No Limit Performance Wearables, train smarter, recover faster, use biosensor technology in your apparel to optimize your training and perform at your absolute peak. So, to look a lot more like some of the athletic guys out there, scan the QR code that I actually just missed telling you to scan. But you know what to do. It's YouTube. Just scroll back. So what we're going to do now, as we prepare for the inevitable coin toss and kickoff, is take one more look at our past champions. So take a quick break as we do, and we'll be right back with kickoff and the A7FL National Championship, live from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Inside hands of the Jaguar chain. The Jaguar chain got some shaking bait. He's still a stiff arm. What a stiff arm! What a stiff arm! He's still up. My man, the Jaguar chain. That's the play they needed. BIC.
Pitch. King Street Thomas back in the game. Floater near the sideline is caught at the 20-yard line. Making his way down the sideline. James Big White DeMille inside the 5, and the ball actually pitched back as he was going down, and it's a touchdown.
Jamel Mason. He could do it. Oh, wow! 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 I can't believe it. A storybook ended. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, sir. I can't believe it.
Check the lead. Make sure the units get them on their heels. And they're in trouble here. That one's picked up. Reception. Yusuf Riddick breaking off. He's got nothing but the grass in front of him. Inside the 5, touchdown Pennsylvania. Yusuf Riddick making me eat my words. Who needs the Philly shell with a PA knockout?
Another anti-hand hard body, 76 speed. It's my man, 76 speed, 76 speed, 76 speed. And that's a touchdown. Hard body. Oh, wait, can he do it? Hey!
The topping screen, one at the bottom, 3-man line, 2-man line, not a lot of time. Moon will go, Huff will go for it. Huff at the 20, the 15, the 10, loses the ball at the 5, tosses it back, touchdown, Patterson, and the counter punch here by the Patterson U. Ice cream truck on first, and they give him the first down. The handoff to the ice cream truck, and he will plow down through your hands.
The ball's out! Big move! Big move! Big move! Just won him the game!
Russell Logo Davis! Intercepted!
Insomniacs!
The Las Vegas Insomniacs are the A7FL champions and walking off at home. The West owns the A7FL!
And there goes the ball. It's going. It's going.
If you're a fan of Harry Potter,
And it's
Hold on
caught
now. Hold on now.
at the 30, and he gets
Oh
spit
my
out.
God! He's making it happen!
Kells Gallimore giving chase!
Bye!
And the Insomniacs take the lead back! Codrington will step up. He will launch this to Ashante Worthy! Intercepted! And it's the game!
And the Las Vegas
And who does it?
Insomniacs are
Struck out swinging his first time.
So we have a coin toss. And we have the start of a game pending. You see, unlike last year, a little bit more sportsmanship. It's BIC and the Insomniacs. They've come to know each other a little bit. This being their third meeting in the history of these two organizations. Represented today are the last 4 national championship winners. 2022, BIC, 23, Insomniacs 24, Insomniacs 25, BIC. And now for this mid-decade, we will crown who is the team of the 2020s, basically, at this point, LJ. As the Las Vegas Insomniacs look to regain their lost championship belt. And through all adversity, the Trenton BIC are here to defend their existing belt. Even though one of those 3 losses you see at the bottom of the screen is a playoff loss to the Silk City Animals. We are preparing for the 3-on-1 throw-off. You see both teams here as we have our moment of silence before the game. Presumably the national anthem is completed. Both teams are ready for the 3-on-1. Now, for those fans at home new to the A7FL, we do not do kickoffs or punts. The most exciting play in all of football is how we start this game off. 3 coverage players for the Insomniacs will throw to the 1 returner for BIC, and a tackle must be made before the end zone to start this game off, and it will be, looks like William Carswell throwing the ball off. He wants to be known as Megatron, LJ, in this league.
Negative.
If there is a man who can step into those shoes, William Carswell may be one of them. Standing at approximately, I think, 6'3", 6'4", one of the big threats.
Not big enough, sir. Sorry.
At wide receiver and corner for the Insomniacs. A dual threat as both wide receiver and defensive back. You throw it anywhere near him, he's likely going to give you a hard time. So BIC wins the toss, and they will receive to start this game.
He wants to be Megatron. Come on, man.
Well, he made it further in the playoffs than DeAndre Haynes has. Shout-outs to DeAndre Haynes. Shout-outs to the Renegades watching from at home. They're very comfortable in their living rooms.
Yeah, remember, I'm from an era where you got to earn your name. You can't tell me what you know.
You're from LJ. You're from the era where you were the one giving out nicknames.
Right. I'm from an era where you got to earn your nickname. So, and here we go, folks. High in the sky we go. Start. Oh, no.
It looks like it was Jason Sisson back, and the Insomniacs start this game off the same way they were frustrated last year in the championship, with a touchback to start, and the dangerous Jason Sisson, the speedster.
That's huge. That's huge coming right there.
No opportunity to return, and it'll be first and 10 for Sterry Codrington and BIC to start this A7FL National Championship game off. He'll come into the huddle. You can see the haze, LJ. It's hot.
Oh, it is hot indeed.
Last time BIC played out in Vegas was in last year's Final Four. They took on the Las Vegas Siquidit in a wild game in 120-degree heat. So it presumably is a lot cooler today, but cool in a sense that it's only about 90. Shante Worthy, bottom of your screen. Sterry Codrington.
Cross pass over here, incomplete.
And you see the adjustment on play one, LJ. The Insomniacs last year in the Dome struggled with the crossing routes. It seemed like every big play for BIC's passing game was either Kason Campbell or Shante Worthy running across the field against man coverage and getting the separation that they needed. That time, great coverage for the Insomniacs, and it's an incomplete pass from Sterry to start this game, bringing up 2nd and 10 for BIC.
Looking already, they're bumping. You can tell the DBs are not scared of their receivers, bumping them less than 5 yards right there on the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they look at that right on the line of scrimmage. Nobody does that to Shanti. Let's see if he gets some separation there.
And it looks like Shannon Allen Prime is one-on-one coverage with one of the most dangerous weapons in this league.
Campbell at the top of your screen here.
Covered by Danye Lyons.
Scary Terry. Got some time for that cross pass. Incomplete.
And that time on the slant, he gets the separation, but the pass is too high. And it'll be incomplete. Sterry 0 for 2 to start this game. A little off target on both throws. But it looks like the game plan is still the same. They're going to send their wide receivers on routes, breaking away from the man coverage. And that time, Danye Lyons, it seemed to have given up an open receiver. It was Sterry Codrington who failed to execute.
Look who checks in the game, number 3.
Matt Riddick checking into the game. And if I am not mistaken, number 23 is a very dangerous linebacker and tight end from Florida in Henderson.
3rd and 10. Fakes the jet sweep over here. Got some time. Pass over here. Incomplete. Insomniac says, none of that, sir. None of that.
And the tight coverage from Danye Lyons. All over Kason Campbell. And the penalty will be declined. And it will bring up 4th down, a 3 and out for BIC. And looks like they're going to maybe stay here. I do not think you can do that. No, he's saying he's going to throw the ball out of bounds. So what a insane way to start this game. Touchback for the Insomniacs. And a 3 and out. The Insomniacs force the dangerous BIC offense into 3 incompletions. And it'll be Sterry Codrington here on 4th down. Remember, no kicking. So he will throw the ball off. Now, unlike the 3-on-1 to start the game or after a touchdown, the rule is he can throw the ball out of bounds here. So to avoid a potentially dangerous return, he has to execute by getting this ball out of bounds. And we'll see where the Insomniacs start this game on offense themselves. And it's inbounds. It's in play.
Kept it in bounds.
And that's Danye Lyons.
Gonna make a tackle.
And he spins again.
Oh,
but the ball's out.
Give me that back, sir.
And what looked like a mistake, giving Danye Lyons an opportunity to return for a touchdown. He had returned the last 2 opportunities on 3-on-1 against this team. 4-6.
Big time plays,
but the ball is ripped out of his hands, and BIC made it look easy.
It gotta be a jersey thing. That user, Huff is. Look what Huff is doing. Huff is probably teaching classes on this on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well, you love the effort. You see the spin, but the ball security is not there. And once the ball is out, BIC takes advantage, and they erase the 3 and out. Once again, 1st and 10.
Scary Terry got to make a play now. Got to get that ball back.
CSN in motion. Here's on the jet.
CSN got the little small step in.
They are all over that.
Insomniacs
that is
defense.
AJ McQuaig.
Second. Looks like it's gonna be second and the same thing. They didn't get nothing on that one.
They go the jet. It's Moses Smith and AJ McQuaig locking down the edge, and on 1st and 10 after a huge play on special teams to force the turnover, this defense stands up once again head to head against another big time playmaker. Look at this play.
I just don't like that play call right there. There's no one on that sideline to make a block. The defensive end was already wide. Boy, I don't like that play.
And you see the adjustment there. They have 4 guys on the line of scrimmage to make sure the edge is covered.
2nd and 9, looking for that up top chicken box. Is it, too much. Too much over there by Riddick over there. Attempted pass to Matt Rick. Hey, listen, I don't know, Corey. Maybe they just got to get into the flow. You got to give them the benefit of the doubt that they've actually been sitting for the last couple of weeks, give or take. Because we know BIC's not practicing.
Well, Sterry Codrington right now looks a little bit out of sorts. It's not that he's necessarily playing poorly. It's that he's not in rhythm.
Right.
And for a quarterback like Sterry Codrington, if he's going to be facing 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, throwing the ball, getting incompletions, eventually you're going to have to give him a play call that gets him that easy completion.
Oh, Hollywood's in motion. Here we go. 2nd and 10 looking for Hollywood.
And there's the easy completion.
That's what you got to do. You got to make plays. Get it to Hollywood and get out the way.
And Shannon Allen, Shante Worthy getting in each other's face. But that's what you got to do when you have a quarterback that, listen, I said in the pregame, Sterry Codrington is the offense for BIC. Now, they're going to send guys in jets to maybe give him a little bit of a breather in the running game here and there. But he is the running game because they're going to call passes 8 out of 10 times. And the reason they do so is evidence right here. They go a little pick route. Shante Worthy sits down, and because he's so dangerous with his speed, Shannon Allen has to play a little bit further back. And the motion gets the press off. You get the easy completion and a 1st down BIC on the move.
1st and 10. Scary Terry is what they call him out here in A7FL. Case on camera in motion. Scary Terry dubs off. Whoa! Incomplete. It was beyond the line of scrimmage. What's the ref going to call?
Now that is a forward pass, so it's incomplete. And Sterry is extremely upset. It looked like they had a shovel pass to Devontae Henderson that actually was set up perfectly. If either the pitch was better or the catch was made, that is a hypothetical touchdown, basically just by design. Great play call from Sterry Codrington, but the quarterback and tight end cannot execute the shovel, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Listen, BIC has all their studs. They have all their stars out. They got Stanbury 74 out there, Big Suge Knight out there playing. So gotta make a play. BIC. Would you say they're in 40-out territory right now?
Well, they have to be inside the 35. There's no kicking, right? So there's no field goal. You can't get close and then chip it in for 3 and kind of chip away at the scoreboard
so you say
that
down
way.
By 1, I can't kick a 60-yarder?
You can't. Right? And even a kicker can't in this league. Hi, I'm Corey Hammond here with LJ Smith. Interesting first quarter so far. 3 and out, but a early turnover from maybe one of the best players on the Insomniacs. We are here 0-0. First quarter here in Las Vegas. We're here in the booth as we discuss on the field.
But I can't get the good angles by my hip.
0-0. And this championship game brought to you by Chaos Gladiator Fitness, a hybrid training fitness partner. Now, you go to a gym and you're trying to get built like some of these guys you're seeing on screen now. You sometimes need a little bit of help. And a lot of people, myself included, we're not in the gym to talk to anybody, especially a perky trainer that definitely has too much caffeine. So if you want to help yourself for the same amount of money that it takes to get a #1 at McDonald's or wherever you go, scan the QR code for $15 a month. You can get hybrid fitness training from Chaos Fitness. My bad on the read. Here's the play.
2nd and 10. Scary Terry incomplete.
And there's the big tight end, GT, who's been one of the better new pickups for BIC. Last year, a rookie with the buzz. That time, can't make the catch. And it's the wide receiver and motormouth, Eric Schufert, making the big-time play there to force up another 3rd and 10 for BIC.
Yeah, this is the first time they've actually come to the game, Corey, where BIC within the first, I don't know, 6-7 plays have not ran the ball once.
Yeah, and you could see, you could count the jet as a run or as a pass.
Technically, you count it as a pass.
Right, exactly, it's forward. But you could see the defense that the Insomniacs are playing, they're going to have to, BIC is going to have to complete some passes here.
Here we go, using them legs, like you said, using them legs. Decent run, gained about 7 yards on the play. Hey, listen, Corey, like you said, his biggest attribute is his legs.
Well, and on first down incompletions, or not a good run, excuse me, second down incompletion, on third down, when you're Sterry Codrington, when you have the ability to pick up the 6 or 7 that he did to bring up the 4th and short, that's an insane weapon for your team to have, especially when you see how good the Insomniacs even covered the run there from Sterry. That is as good as you can cover it. They still give up enough yards that on this play, if they do the same, it will be a first.
Fourth
and 3. Manny Diaz, bottom of your screen. Kason Campbell at the top. Here's the motion.
And here we go. Scary Terry got to make a conversion. Got some time. Nice new pass over here to Kason. And looks like the chains would move. First down, BIC.
So on 4th and 3, they flipped the concept that they got on 3rd and 10. The last series of first and second and third down to get the ball to Ashante. This time they flipped the play, run that same pick. Kason Campbell settled down in the wide open spot on the field. And LJ, that play is going to eventually lead to that same action and a hook and go, which will lead to a touchdown for BIC later. I'm calling it now. 1st and 10. BIC, honestly, on this drive, even though they're moving, they have looked out of sorts and almost terrible. But by some will and some way, it is 1st and 10 again.
And here we go. Campbell in motion. Drops back. Looking for that post. Not there. Scary Terry using them legs. Still up. Scary Terry using them legs. Almost close to the first, short about 2 yards. And what is he calling? He's saying a holding call here.
And it's going to be holding on Carnell Wachter. Now, that's A.J. McQuaig fighting his hardest to get the edge. Sterry saw.
Why did he do that? Why
did he do that, indeed? Well, the reason he did it, LJ, no. So the edge was sealed, but it was sealed illegally. And that 10-yard penalty is almost worse than an incompletion because you lose yards, and now the tough yards that BIC has been able to get, well, it's even harder now. They're going to have to go twice as far on 4 downs, getting all the way back to where they just were, the 30-yard line. Let's see the replay there. I think it was a tight call, but they're going to set the precedent early. He's got his hands inside. He's running his feet. But if you got grip of the jersey, at least today, they're going to call it. The crossing route wide open. Manny Diaz. Everyone said it was a mistake to leave the animals. Well, he somehow found his way into the chip anyway. And that's a big-time catch on 1st and 20. And it might even be another first down for BIC.
Listen, they got so many weapons that Manny Diaz could jump on that team and then just make plays. Everyone's so focused on Ashanti. Everyone's so focused on Kason. Everyone's so focused on Riddick that a guy like Diaz, he could just come in against your 3rd string, 4th string DB and get 7 to 10.
Yeah, the argument for the volume of catches that Manny Diaz has in this offense, no question, the volume was there for the animals, not here. But the quality maybe, like you're saying.
Right.
And you see the play here on the replay. It's that crossing pattern again. They put the jet in motion, and you see the switch is not the way that they were supposed to do it for the Insomniacs. And they're lucky. I think it's Smooth back there was able to get off coverage and make the play. 1st and 10 for BIC. Maybe an ugly drive, LJ, but so far effective. And it will be inside now after the penalty. The 10-yard line to the 6. 1st and goal, BIC. 5:37 in this first quarter. They've had the ball forever. This is essentially their second drive. But the Insomniacs have yet to go on offense.
In that red zone, Scary Terry, BIC got to make a play, fakes it over, give it over to Shanti. Shanti got that shaking big, gotcha, touchdown, BIC.
So they go with the jet concept. The play action goes away. They throw back to the trips right screen, and the blocking is impeccable in front of Ashanti. The effort was there from the defense, and if it's not Ashanti Worthy, maybe they still yet make that tackle. But when we watch this replay, the change of direction, the quickness and strength from Ashanti Worthy leads to 6 and a lead for BIC. 5:20 left in this first quarter, and after touchdowns in the A7FL, there is no extra point. So as we see here with the replay,
look at him with that
LJ, look at Carnell. Wagner getting in front of Prime. And if that effort from the offensive tackle to get out to the corner isn't there, maybe he makes that play on 1st and goal.
Great blocking Kason Campbell right there as well.
And on the extra point, there is an false start penalty. So we will move the ball back 5 yards. Now, the way the extra points work is a 1-pointer from the 5, a 2-pointer from the 10. This will be a 1-pointer from the 10 with the penalty. And here, watch the block from Kwak. He gets out there, and it's a great setup by Ashanti Worthy. But Prime might still make that play. Great effort from the guy who cost them 10. Maybe the reason they get 6. Again, 5:20. BIC with the early lead, 6-0, looking for a 1-point extra point from the 10.
Drops back, looking for that 1 point. He got some time. Pass over here up top. Can he make that catch? Incomplete pass. Incomplete, sir. Score remains 6-zip.
So they fail to make the championship point after touchdown, which will lead to the BIC throwing the ball off to, hypothetically, one of the most dangerous returners we've seen in this league. 6-0 in the first. This is the A7FL Championship, brought to you by KineticRelief.com. Scan the QR code now before the graphic goes to get premium CBD sports cream to help you recover faster with plant-based technology that gives you that natural sense of recovery. You could scan the QR code now and get their products or enter for a free sample. That's KineticRelief.com. 6-0, 5:20 left in the first. We've just gotten started here. And the Insomniacs want to get the ball on offense for the first time today. Ashanti Worthy, normally known for his returning prowess, here to throw the ball off. Now, he's not able, in my opinion, to throw it as far as last year's throwers to keep the ball out of the hands of the Insomniacs returners. So we will see, once again, what the Insomniacs return team can do. But the last time they were out, LJ, they did have the strip and fumble that led to BIC getting the ball right back after a 3-and-out. So it'll be interesting to see who Ashanti will throw the ball off here to, because before the last return, Danye Lions went back-to-back against BIC. One to end a championship game, and another to start one. So, the anticipation builds.
BIC got a lot of speed on the field.
And we really will get the throw off here. But who is on the other side? That's a good throw, and it is Danye Lions.
Danye Lions, you know he got that speed, folks. They know his name. They know, wrap
He's
him up.
Got to hold on to the ball.
Just got to hold on to him. There you go.
And maybe because he has to hold on to the ball, that's Umar Butter-Lewis again on the play, forced the strip the first time and threatened it the second time. You know, on those clips, all of those returns from Danye Lions, he's fighting after the play, and a lot of times that's how he breaks the tackle and gets the yards. With that fumble, he may now not be as effective because he has to hold on to the ball. He has to make sure he has it. But either way, he does. And it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Insomniacs, led by Scott Scooter Hamilton, number 12. Bottom of your screen, Eric Schuford, Munchie, one of their best wide receivers in the backfield. They'll start with Danye Lions at running back. And at the top of the screen, David Clark. Now, just seen him in motion. Maybe their most dangerous player on offense.
Play action, Hamilton.
And here he is on the rocket screen, one of their most dangerous plays.
Whoa,
and he gets the sideline.
Somebody got to get there. Somebody got to get there. No one's not going to get there? Oh, that's too easy. Too easy. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Corey, talk to me, man. Too easy.
365 days ago, BIC saw that play up close and personal multiple times for touchdowns. David Clark on the rocket screen is as dangerous as they come. And the action in the backfield here may have froze the defense just enough because the middle of the field has to scrape over to the bottom of your screen to make this play. Because you look at the blocking, getting in front, great blocking. And it's Eric Schuford blocking 2 guys in a championship game, getting one to his back. And although David Clark gets the praise for his speed, for his acceleration, and for tiptoeing up the sideline, and a little bit of a troll job right at the goal line, watch the block from Eric Schuford. This is a wide receiver, ladies and gentlemen. He's taking out 2 to put up 6 on the board. Here's the extra point.
Extra point, Hamilton. Pump fake. Got some time. Hamilton. Oh, good defense. Good defense. Championship points there. Ole. Incomplete, sir.
And that will be a key on offense for the Insomniacs. They have to protect their guy, Scott. That time they can't. He's strong enough to get the ball out there, but Ole's able to swat it away. And just like that, 6-6. Here we go. And if you love this brand of football and you want to be part of this game, this league, bring a team to your city. Stop talking about it. Just be about it.
That's right.
A7FL.com/owners, and you too could be a part of the fastest growing sports league in the universe. A7FL.com/owners.
You know, I find it very funny, not funny, but I find it interesting that Hamilton, like you told me, Riddick had 3 interceptions last time they faced off, right?
Yep.
Guess who the first play they go to on the screen?
Well, and guess what?
You know.
And guess what play was used to score on the same corner?
Right.
Multiple times.
Talk about fighting your demons. Talk about going right to addressing the elephant in the room. You go right to Riddick on that quick screen, and you go get him. You go ahead and tackle David.
Well, and where's Riddick dangerous as a corner? When the ball's in the air and he can use his insane speed and closing speed to erase any openings.
And where would you say, if you had to say a weakness, where would his weakness? Making a tackle on a quick screen?
Or sending a guy like Munchie after him that's going to put hands on him, block him, and say, hey, how bad do you want this championship?
Great play call by Las Vegas. Great play call. Get him out there. Start getting their BIC athletes. It's hot out there. You force Riddick to make a tackle. So great play call by Vegas on that first play right there.
You could see the haze coming off the desert, Canyon Springs Stadium. Las Vegas, Nevada.
You want to play? So you really thought you was going to come to Vegas just to go to play the slots, huh? You're going to feel this heat, too.
Here's William Carswell on the 3-on-1.
And here we go, folks.
Last time, he threw it out of the end zone. This time, Sisson will have a chance to return.
My man Sisson got that speed, got that elusiveness. Once he hits that sideline, let's see what he's going to do. Stop and go. Oh, boo. You're supposed to cut it back, man. Cut that thing back.
Couldn't break enough when he got to the sideline, but you could see the Insomniacs were a little bit surprised by that speed there. Good angle, good coverage. And in this game and in this stage, anytime you stop a dangerous returner like Danye Lyons or Asante Worthy or Mr. Bright Boots himself, Jason Sisson, is a win.
It's a win-win situation
for the defense.
That's right.
And BIC will come out with their 3rd drive, technically, of the game here. Again, no running backs. They're going to go with 2 wide receiver. Oh, no, that's... I thought they were going to maybe do a Baltimore special there.
Keyshawn Campbell, type your screen.
But it's Trey Cohen coming in. No running backs. Empty backfield. Here's Sterry. Quick throw.
Pass. Good catch. Good catch, Keyshawn Campbell. Looks like about 7 yards on the play. Second and about 3.
And those plays don't seem important, LJ. But for a quarterback like Sterry Codring, as dangerous as he can be all over the field, easy completions are as important as it gets, especially early on in this game. Because we've seen Sterry make all of the throws that you need to be successful in this league. But to get into that rhythm is really important. And it's really up to the receiver here. You see the great route. Getting his body in between the defender. Looks like a lot of these BIC guys are slipping on this hot Vegas turf.
They'll come back routes. Those hitches going to be there all day because everyone loves that deep
ball.
Well,
not against this coverage because now they have to play tight again. 2nd and 2, press coverage on those dangerous receivers.
2nd and 2, tipped over here. Great pass, great catch. First down, BIC.
That's Trey Cohen. That time on the crossing route, and it's a very accurate throw this time by Sterry. He's gauging in his accuracy, but based on them hanging their heads, it might be
flag on play.
Yep, they're bringing it back.
Hold it. Can't do that, sir. Can't do that.
We'll see the replay here. If it's a holding call.
Who'd you grab this time?
I don't know.
Questionable.
Well, they called it. BIC wanted a home game. They could have won their playoff game and played in New Jersey.
A little bit of home field love right there.
But they lost, and they're here by a miracle, so they'll take it. 1st and 20. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Somehow 3 guys blocked 4. I mean, that looks good to me. Here's 1st and 20.
First and 20. Get your
Here's Matt Riddick getting his lick back, but he's out of bounds. Oh, excuse me, 2nd and 12 after the 10-yard penalty.
Riddick says, I only show up for the big games. Don't ask me to be there week 1. I show up.
Don't ask me to make a tackle either.
Don't ask me to Let me get the list together.
Whoopsies! I let it slip, Riddick. My bad. He knows. He's not going to do that.
Fans,
he's had enough success in this league. He doesn't get mad at
If you do not know who Corey Hammond is, you will learn today. You will learn today. Corey Hammond has no filter. He calls as he sees it.
Calling it 1st and 10 here after a big-time play on 2nd and 12 from Matt Riddick to reverse the penalty. And here's the jet motion again.
Motion. Scary Terry using the blades, of course. Scary Terry got that speed. Scary Terry got that speed, ladies. Oh, good tackle. Because he was about to be off to the races.
And that's Munchie again. He's the guy who made the block on the rocket screen. He's a wide receiver. He makes the tackle on a quarterback run. His worth is so hidden in these games. He's almost invaluable to this team because he also brings leadership and an attitude because he talks a lot. But here is the setup. You have to go with the speed of Ashanti Worthy, so it opens up the lane. That's why Prime is nowhere in the frame to run. And if it isn't for Eric Schuford, that's another touchdown from Sterry Codrington against the Insomniacs on the ground. And right now is exactly where you want to be as BIC's offense. No matter what play you call, the matchup is there if you execute. If they call the pass, they have to account for Sterry's running. So somebody's going to be in man coverage.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Scary Codrington scanning the field. Did he make that catch? Incomplete pass.
Wow, that's great coverage on the outside by Danye Lyons. It was a well-thrown ball thrown to the breadbasket. Yep. And if it wasn't for a diving attempt, that's likely a completion.
Yeah, Lyons is on top of him. Listen, BIC got a lot of speed out there. I'm surprised. Let me tell you something. I'm surprised that the Insomniacs they're bumping running on that line of scrimmage, which most teams don't, scared to death, right? Bumping on that line of scrimmage, and they're there on top of every pass. These niggas boys, man.
Danye Lyons has made a living in this league, especially on championship weekend, covering some of the best wide receivers this league has ever offered.
Oh, boy. Trips up top. Tight end checks in at the bottom of the screen.
2nd and 10.
Scary Terry slips, balls down.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, indeed.
That's now the 5th time I've seen a guy on either team slip on this hot turf. It's something that they have to account for. The thing about heat on turf like this is that underneath those rubber pellets, when they heat up, they get a little viscous. Look it up, right? It means that they got a little bit of moisture, so they roll a little bit.
It kids viscous. So Corey Hammond teaching.
It's almost as if, LJ, there's been a little bit of like a dampness or a rain on that field, and you see that the footing right now so far is something that these two teams are going to have to be accountable. I'm Corey Hammond. This is LJ Smith. Hey, what's up with you? We're here live in Jersey, watching a Vegas championship. And the reason we're here is likely going to cut the break.
I didn't get my ticket.
You didn't get your ticket?
No, they said it was sent in the mail. I'm still waiting. FedEx. I got the tracking number. Got to follow up.
Well, as we follow up on that ticket, I mean, so far we've been giving you great football today. The Insomniacs show that on offense and defense, they are at the top of this league, if not the tippy top. But, hey, even though they backdoored into it, BIC is matching them stride for stride. Now, if you want to join in the conversation, visit YouTube at the A7FL, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you can get the latest videos, not only in what's happened so far this year, but in the past and the future, as myself, LJ, Ryan DePaul, and the crew bring you even more content. So subscribe and don't miss a thing in the fastest growing sports league in the universe.
And also by subscribing, you have access to all those legacy videos, access to what we're talking about, the previous championships, right? So definitely shout out to them.
And we can even chat a little bit in the chat.
3rd and 19. Riddick on the bottom of the screen here. Scary Terry. Scary Condon is his name. We call him Scary Terry for a reason, or also known as Uno Dos Tres Cuatro.
Let's watch this.
I don't know if it's again. You know that Vegas heat. That Vegas heat gotta be scorching. I gotta figure out what the temperature is. We gotta check that in a second.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's definitely not as bad as it was last year at this time.
What was it last year?
But after the, it was like 125.
Yeah,
it's not an exaggeration either.
But also remember, 90 out in Jersey and 90 out in Vegas is different. It's not the same 90s.
Well, listen. 90 is 90.
No, it's not.
And so as we prepare for 3rd and 19.
We'll check right now.
After the slip from Sterry and the sack.
Zero precipitation, 90 degrees, but it's excessive.
Excessive heat?
Excessive in Vegas. You know what excessive Vegas
Not for the Vegas guys. They're
Don't
used
go
to
outside. Don't go outside if you're from Jersey. So all you guys want to go out there wearing them those ski masks? Yeah.
Well, we'll be right back. So listen to LJ, but BIC's got to stay on the field.
Here we go.
Third and 19, BIC. With a pretty good drive here after the big play on the rocket screen for the Insomniacs to tie it up. But they got their back against it.
Manny Diaz, number 12.
Manny Diaz, 12. Number 21, Kason Campbell. Number 3, Matt Riddick. Number 2, Ashante Worthy. Number 29, GT, the big tight end.
GT.
And so we're just taking a quick break here. We've got technical difficulties on the field. The chains. And after that last play that went to the sideline, we have to reset them. So far in this first quarter, we've got a lot of what we expected, maybe a little bit of what we haven't expected. You've seen Sterry run the ball, and he's kind of, had to work into the game, work up a rhythm right now. He's coming off of that weird slip and sack, but before that play, he's been pretty great on this drive. It'll be 3rd and 19 here. Again, the Insomniacs looking like they're going to bring pressure.
Sterry looking, got time up top. Can he make a play? Flag is down. Too much contact behind that line of scrimmage. And another flag.
Oh, what?
What's he doing? Wait, hold on. Time out. Is he trying to get Academy Award? Wait a second. Is he still down, folks?
Oscar, Emmy, or Tony. I think he's looking for all 3 of the acting award. Maybe in an NBA championship because they flop so much.
That was one of those. Yeah, man.
What is this?
Take a look.
I mean, hey, listen, if you're going to give up a touchdown anyway and you're playing defense, you might as well go for the tackle here. But Matt Riddick is not somebody who you can let past you. And you might as well just not even make it look like any kind of.
Looking for the call. Wait, now looking for the call. He's looking for the call.
He said, no, my thing is, my man's like, what do you mean it's a penalty? Did you see what I look like? How am I supposed to cover Matt Riddick? You see how fast he is?
One thing you don't do, Corey Hammond, 3rd and 19, is give a defensive, it don't matter where it is, automatic first down.
Hot take, that ball was not thrown well enough that if...
Was it a catchable ball?
I mean, it's catchable.
But
not thrown well enough that he couldn't just turn his head and still make a play. 1st and 10, either way. Here's Manny Diaz in motion.
1st and 10, trips down to the bottom of the screen. Scary Terry up top.
And he misses. Deontay Henderson, you see the scheme there. They send the tight end out. Looked like the defensive end had a free trip to the quarterback. He thought it was a mistake. But there is actually pretty decent coverage on the tight end there, but the pass is just way too far. And if he put maybe either a little bit more air on it or threw it a little bit less of a distance, maybe another touchdown. Either way, 2nd and 10. You see the throwing motion from Will Franklin, our head referee there with the white hat.
That's right. You know, to throw flags, you can throw that rock.
He can throw that rock.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. Manny Diaz at the top of the screen. Number
He can
4.
deliver the pill.
Sterry
See what Sterry can do.
got time. He got time.
Oh.
Too high on that attempt. Incomplete pass.
Now that should have been a
30
catch.
But there's a rule. If you can get your hands on it, you're supposed to catch it.
Well, on that play, the pocket's clean. Sterry steps up into it, throws a very catchable ball to a guy in Kason Campbell who has shown countless times that he can make that play. And if you're going to give up those sit-down routes that the Insomniacs have been, if you're the offense, you have to take what the defense gives you. But once again, in this teeter back and forth of momentum or who's this or who's that, we're once again at 3rd and long. BIC Insomniacs defense.
3rd and long.
Intercepted.
Intercepted.
Looks like Danye Lyons. And now it's an opportunity for points.
Grabbed him up. Good defense.
Miscommunication on the route there and a poorly thrown ball. And that is a turnover. And it's this time on defense. Lyons makes his impact known. And after giving up a turnover his own on the first punt return, well, 3-on-1. He gets the interception inside the red zone to hold this 6-6 tie for his team. Look at the replay.
As I'm looking at the replay, Corey, one thing I noticed is that you had 2 receivers in the same area. Look at this. Same area right there.
Now, that concept could have been drag mid, right? Kason Campbell should have been running a shallow drag. Right. Above that, if you run Ashante Worthy with a 10-yarded in route, there should be a stagger, there should be space there. But you're right. When 2 guys can cover one guy can cover 2, excuse me. The other guy's freed up for an interception. So Danye Lyons with his big play so far of this first half. Corey Hammond, LJ Smith here. A7FL Championship live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're here in New Jersey to bring it to you. So after the interception, I think it will come back after an illegal block. And it'll be 1st and 10 either way for the Insomniacs. Scooter Hamilton and RTC in the backfield. They go speed up. Oh no, another slip.
Grabbed him up. Ref didn't call that. He didn't blow that whistle. So the play was still active. Lost about 3 to 4 on that one. Second and like 13.
It's Mook, Trey Baskerville, and Isaac on the play. But the play was made by the Worm, who's undefeated today. Again, that hot turf slippery, and RTC, when he goes to plant, can't find his footing and loses yards to bring up 2nd and about 13. But the Insomniacs, deep in their own territory with Scooter Hamilton, nobody in the backfield.
Hamilton looking over here to the
left Trey Robinson coming in hot.
Woo! What a catch! What a pass! What a catch! Corey, talk to me about that one right there.
That's William Carswell. And yeah, maybe he's not as tall as Dondre Haynes, but when you go up top like that at wide receiver, some may confuse you for Calvin Johnson out of Michigan State that played for the Detroit Lions in the NFL.
Come on,
look at a catch here.
And look at this right here.
It first starts with a very poised throw from Scooter Hamilton with Trey Baskerville in his face. And the ball cannot be thrown any better up the sideline. And Mr. Nobody made the field at that time. And it'll be 1st and 10.
And why is Isaac Negron flexing? What happened here? Is there a flag?
That's how he stretches, man. You got those big triceps, man. It's hard to get those things stretched. Here's the replay again.
No, this is a different play.
Oh, here's a play we missed.
Yeah, we missed this play, folks. That's what
we were so excited with that play.
That's what I was saying.
This is why Isaac was so excited.
Defensive play of the year. What's defensive play a couple years ago, right?
He's in the last 5 years, he leads the A7FL in sacks. And they go Wildcat. And they go with RTC to gain back the 5 that they lost on the sack. Scooter Hamilton, not shy. He'll step up from his quarterback position and just play the fullback.
Do they normally do this, Corey? Take it away from him. They've been moving the chain.
The first time these two teams played, yeah, absolutely. He took it on the chin, and he just became a blocker. So on 3rd and 10, they'll go with the run again. RTC.
I'm not calling that 2 plays in a row. Vegas, what are you doing?
Well, they have the ability to make all of these types of plays work against Vegas teams. And in 3rd and 10 situation against the Sickwood, against the stealth, against especially the gold, and others,
all teams
that's
within
easy.
the conference, okay?
But here's the deal. On 3rd and 10, you need 10 yards. You go Wildcat. They only get 3 against BIC. It'll bring up 4th and 7, and the Insomniacs will stay on the field. Scooter Hamilton in the backfield at quarterback. Top of the screen is Davitt Clark.
Looking for that cross pass. Good pass.
But that's Eric Schufert.
Make them chains move. First down, Vegas.
And on 4th down, if you're playing the Insomniacs and Scott Hamilton is holding the ball at quarterback, just know he's throwing a slant or a stop to Eric Munchie Schufert, and that time is no different. Mr. Nobody even has the inside leverage, but he doesn't have the physical strength as a man to cover Schufert. And that 4th down conversion easy for the Insomniacs, as they too are putting a drive together here.
1st and 10, Vegas. Decides to keep it. Hamilton can't get nowhere. Isaac Negron says none of that, sir. You're going to keep that right there.
And Scooter is a dangerous runner once he gets his momentum going. They are lucky that Isaac Negron is able to get onto the ankle there. And what was a good fake on the speed option leads to 2 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about 8. Insomniacs still moving. See the big offensive lineman led by Wesley Oos, who's not in currently. But they got some okay players there.
2nd and 8, Hamilton. Said they call him Scooter out here. And another Wildcat. Hey, and I'm not even mad at that. Close to a first down, short about 2 to maybe 2.
Well, they want that to be the play that works. They do have pretty good offensive linemen. You see there, they call him Fresh Out over there playing left tackle. He's actually, right now, among the guys blocking. They got Schwenk there on the right side.
And then he don't look fresh out, though. He'll look fresh out. He ain't got that. Remember years ago I had a guy fresh out? He got fresh out. You get that from the penitentiary. Nah, he ain't got the he got 24-hour fitness. Come on, man.
Well, of the linemen that were out there, the guy on the right, Schwenk, great blocker. Guy on the left, they know him as Fresh Out, great blocker. And what they're doing is they're trying to use their better blockers, those 2 guys.
So they're trying to bully BIC's defensive line.
I mean, if you got those 2 guys, say what you want to, whoever this, I don't know who the center is, but say, those 2 guys are actually really good at playing the position. Use them. And when they put Scooter in there, yeah, he could throw the ball and he can run the ball. But when you got a quarterback that's willing to block like that and just go into a Wildcat, it is a totally different dynamic for the defense. And right now, the Insomniacs are the ones now putting the BIC defense on their back foot. And we're sitting here 6-6 here, I believe, still in the 2nd quarter.
That's right.
Insomniacs BIC round 3. Now, this is their first time ever calling an Insomniacs
you said
game.
round 3. Explain to folks quickly. I know because maybe we have folks just tuning in.
2 years ago, championship game, Asbury Park, New Jersey. Insomniacs won. Last year, BIC won. We'll find out today who wins the trilogy. And on 3rd and 1,
we're close to a fumble.
It's Juice in, and they go again with the Wildcat.
Can't stop it.
And they do get enough. Man, who took off that man's hat, man? You can't be doing people like that. We saw what's underneath there, bro.
It can't be that hot out there. If you got a white Scully on, one of them thick joints you get from Times Square.
Hey, man, you've seen that guy trying to get in the club with the fitted. You know exactly what's underneath that hat. 1st and 10, Insomniacs moving the ball, and it's Danye Lyons now in at the running back position.
Insomniacs moving and grooving, looking to get into that red zone once again. Score remains 6-6. 6 minutes and change remains in the first half. Motion out here. Now he's in the backfield by himself. Scooter, Hamilton, got some time. Dump it over. Good pass. Great catch. Good pass. Good play call right there. And they keep it moving. Keep going up.
And he's still going. Manny Diaz finally brings him down, but the danger and the play is made by Brandon Schwenk, the tight end, after releasing late. Scooter Hamilton keeps his options open, and even with the pressure in his face, you'll see here, the center just lets the 2 guys go. No blocking there. But really the play is made here at the edge.
I wonder if this play was actually designed this way. We'll see right now.
Well,
because it's a great play call.
Most quarterbacks have this as kind of the backup plan. You see, he's supposed to be blocking.
1,000 to 1,000, yep.
But if it's not for Devontae Henderson slipping, that play could have gone a little bit differently. 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Hamilton looking for that goal post. Can he make that catch?
Is he in?
He looks out. He looks out with the ref call. He looks out. Yeah.
When it's Danye lines, they are absolutely abusing Mr. Nobody.
They are picking on him.
And again, with the pressure in his face, Scott Hamilton puts the ball right where he needs to be, just a little bit too tall. And Danye Lyons can't get his feet in. But on 1st and 10, this is a good way to start it.
Let's see, so he gets the outside release there, and he got it just a little too much.
Yeah, if he gets his foot down in that yellow, it's a touchdown. It touched down in the white, which is out of bounds, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. And it looks like RTC will start with the ball, and Scooter, the lead blocker.
2nd and 10. Wildcat sweep over here.
None of that!
And he's gonna feel that one tomorrow right there. He is gonna feel that one.
That's a big man jumping on top of you. And RTC is no small person himself, but when GT, all a 6'6", 290, is the one scraping down and making the play, you kind of have to get a little bit of a better blocking there. If you're going to go with this formation, you really need that guy scraping. The center actually blocked nobody on that play, and that's why those guys got through.
Listen, you can't tackle him better than that. That's just that's what you call a physical tackle right there, sir.
So it'll be 3rd and 11.
Hamilton, 4th down territory.
Really a back and forth battle on both sides of the ball in this game. You could tell the intensity of this matchup.
It comes up top. Look, the Megatron looking like too much. What the ref gonna call? Incomplete. Mr. Nobody's looking at him like none of that, sir. You're not gonna pick him all day. Maybe someday, but not all day.
Well, not today, not that time. Today, yes, today, but not this time today. Right? Like you can't say not today because it's already happened like 4 or 5 times. But I don't know. It's interesting here. Here's the play. Whew, the quickness from the big man.
Oh. Like I said, that's just
A7FL, man. Get up.
That's just a tough.
4th and 12.
No kicking, folks. 4th and 12. Hamilton.
After a great drive so far, it will mean nothing if they can't punch it in here.
Hamilton got to punch it in.
He's got plenty of time.
Hamilton got time. Interception.
He's not on his team.
Interception.
I don't even know why I threw to Mr. Nobody. He's trying to pick on him. That time he gives it to him. This is Matt Riddick.
Riddick got the agility.
Meet. Can he take it? Oh, what a big block from Mr. Nobody.
Wait, what are going to call? Oh, man. Well,
I don't know why anybody's down or whatever happened there.
I didn't see him step out.
I think they're going to have to say he's out of bounds.
What's the flag on the play?
Scott Hamilton is holding his throwing arm even though he had a clean pocket and no one was near him. I don't know if he got hit. We're going to see what is the play call. There is a penalty. Now, is it before the interception?
Is the question. Oh, he threw it too high. That's what it was. It was too high.
Well, his team's wearing red. The team in blue has the ball, and people are running into each other. This is the A7FL. I don't even know why the play was called dead. It doesn't even look like Matt Riddick is anywhere near the sideline, but either way, we will get this adjudicated, and we'll find out even if the interception stands.
Shout out to my man Hirsch right there, number 44, oldest man in the league history, giving the team water, staying hydrated.
They made the trip out, looking for a BIC blowout. That's when we see Hirsch on the field usually. We'll go back to the replay here. We're looking to see if there's some kind of penalty in the defensive backfield. Looks like after the interception, we're going to look for a clipping on BIC. And based on where that spot of the ball is, or where that penalty occurred, will be where the spot of the ball is. You see, this is a legal play from 27 and 5 here, Isaac Negra. And then...
Oh, good block.
It's in his face. And then it's the Insomniac pushing Isaac in the back. I don't know. Listen, I didn't see it. They could call it. I never went to ref school.
Let me remind you that there is such thing called home field advantage. So that's what happens.
We're not sure if that's what it is here, but the interception looks like it's going to stand. And I think whatever happens afterwards, it's first of all, it's not a pick six, so Matt Riddick's not scoring on that play either way. But BIC will have the ball. And now, after a first couple of drives here, LJ, these teams are about as even as teams can be.
That's right.
Not only do they have the familiarity, but the other thing is these teams are also executing the same plays that have always been successful for them. Rocket screen goes for a touchdown, And Sterry Codrington's been able to find running lanes, and those crossing routes have been working. But you see the battle-tested veteran, Sterry Codrington. That's the kind of game it's been so far with 2:47 still left in the second quarter.
Okay, and
here's Jason Sisson.
Jason Sisson with that comeback route. Jason Sisson. Good catch. Jason Sisson, so fast. He got that last name. You got to say it a few times. Sisson. Looks like a first down here. Yes, sir.
And where at first it looks like the Insomniacs were trying to find Mr. Nobody. Well, that time he turned into somebody on that interception. At least on this side of the field, when BIC has the ball, they've been really attacking number 15, and rightfully so. Your other two options are Danye Lyons, who himself has an interception, and Shannon Allen Prime.
If BIC wins this game, Mr. Nobody, all the times he's getting smoked, don't even matter.
Yeah, listen, after that interception, but we still have at least 2 minutes left in the first half. Oh, they're going to let the play go.
Sisson again.
I thought they were going down. But they try to pick on him again, but that time it's intercepted.
Not this time, Sisson. Not this time.
The interesting thing here is that the play should have been dead. Sterry let it go down to the 2-minute warning. I'm not sure how they're going to adjudicate this. Look, Carcachula the third. After being picked on over and over again, he makes his own answer. What an interception on the one-on-one coverage with a guy in Sisson who has the speed that, listen, he should have burnt him.
He didn't bite for that. He did that little stop. He didn't bite for it.
The ball's not underthrown by that much. Jason Sisson, yes, if you throw the ball in front of him, maybe the catch is made. But if you throw it too far, then it's incomplete. That's great coverage. Well, it looks like BIC a little bit upset with themselves. But either way here, the turnover stands. And in a game where I said pregame, LJ, that both of these quarterbacks couldn't turn the ball over.
That's right. They sure
as if they purposely meant to throw it in my face. They just decide that they're going to do it all game.
It's going to be a turnover party. You're invited, sir.
6-6, 154 left in the first half. And we still have a full half of football to play. This game, in the history of it, has been relatively high scoring, mostly offensive. But both of these defenses, LJ, look like they have come here to play and play in a big-time way.
That's right. Listen, you said the key takeaways earlier in the pregame, right, was Sterry had to minimize on turnovers. That's where we at right
That's
now.
the second turnover of the game.
Where we at. And you can, I'll be honest with you, I said this earlier, right? You know, I only quote what I see.
It says it right there.
I told you that the communication between him and receivers, because they have been sitting down for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right? The connection's not there. Some of them might have probably put their BIC jerseys in store, and we get back to the game here. Hamilton back on offense, 1st and 10.
As David Clark top of the screen. Danye Lyons goes in that motion. They give it to him.
Jet sweep. Now you got to make a tackle. And that's the one element, Corey. Gave him about 4 to 5 on that. That's the one element that Las Vegas is doing that BIC is not. The defensive linemen, all they got to do is keep contained and rush and just worry about Sterry. But they ain't got to worry. They're not getting no beating, no bruising and bruising. You know what I'm saying? As far as having to tackle on that line of scrimmage, where they're mixing it up. They're making you play physical, and you have to also.
Yeah, the Insomniacs, the way that they play football is a lot like the 90s in the NFL. They play balanced. They make you play the whole field on defense, and they have the playmakers to make you pay if you try to stop the run or just try to stop the pass. And here's Danye Lyons again. Motion.
Hamilton looking for that deep pass, that left side. Deep pass. Gotcha. Touchdown, Vegas.
And what the formation does when you start with Danye Lyons in the backfield and he goes out into coverage is not just give your best playmaker the ability to make a play in one-on-one coverage. But did you see the jersey number of the guy covering him, LJ?
Mr. Nobody? Was it him? I don't know. I wasn't looking. Who is it?
Take that 26 and times it by 4, and you have a much closer to the jersey number that appears on Big Mook. Who is playing linebacker?
Oh, shoot.
Linebacker on a running back. Not a bad mismatch, but when you put Danye Lyons out in coverage and you make number 91 Big Mook cover the fly, that plays over from the start. Great design, great execution, and a great touchdown for the Insomniacs, and Danye Lyons on the board. 12-6.
And listen, Corey, it goes back to what I said, right? Had they been just passing the ball, not running the ball, it wouldn't be a linebacker there. It would be a DB. But the fact they got to respect the run, it's a lot big, heavy set linebacker.
There's 3 plays they've run where they've put Danye Lyons in motion. They motion him out to the wide receiver. Here's the extra point. And the ball's too tall for RTC.
Score remains 12-6.
And those championship points are not going to work. Scooter will head to his sideline as he discuss. I mean, the ball is just incomplete there. You throw it too high. Tape me up. Scan the QR code now and go to tapemeup.net if you don't have a smartphone, which I don't know why you don't. But get your professional athletic training services from Trainer Steve. You've seen the miracles he's worked for our athletes in the A7FL, and you can have him there for you too, for all athletes of all ages and all sports. Go to tapemeup.pro for more. There's Knox in the sunglasses, and he can throw this ball pretty deep if he chooses to. And he will be here for the 3-on-1. We'll see who can return it. Who's set to return, excuse me.
Yes, he want to get back in this game. They better put Hollywood back there. Tell him stop playing. Give me Hollywood one time.
Well, the last 2 times that we've seen this, it's been Jason Sisson. And for this one, Knox will throw off too.
Let's take a look, folks. Here.
Jason Sisson again.
My man Sisson got that speed.
Got you, Knox slipped.
Hit that sideline.
And that's a problem.
Cut him.
That is now 1, 2, 3. And the Vegas Insomniacs do their best KC Cox impersonations.
Touchdown.
Slip it all over the field.
BIC.
And they give up 6.
Yo, imagine you slipping like that like a grown man. Ah! Touchdown. Corey, talk to me about that one.
I don't know anything about Instagram, Snapchat, or meme culture. But one of our fans get on that because my man had these guys doing slip and slides all over that Vegas Canyon Hill Stadium or whatever. Look at this play.
Look at this, folks. Again, the key word is
not even Juke sends 1 flying, 2 flying twice, and the cutback makes my man just. Hey, man.
He hit it with the sit on.
Listen, we just scored. You guys can have the 6.
Guys, let me tell you something. If you don't know who Sisson is, and you play football in Jersey,
man, you don't know who Sisson is. You said put in a shot they worthy, and Sisson says, "Hold my beer."
Because Ashanti is
hold
known
my
for doing
bright
that.
yellow cleats.
Wow, that's why I love the 301. I keep telling you, you cannot even go get yourself something.
I think there's scorch marks on the ground from where he was, not from where he's running. From where Insomniacs were sliding away from him.
That's right.
That's 3-on-1, ladies and gentlemen. No time off the clock. Still 1:45 left in the second. And maybe the best news, if you're the Insomniacs, they'll get the ball again.
Look for that cross pass. Incomplete. Listen, championship points is going to come down to.
Eventually, these teams are going to have to break the deadlock. 12-12, 1:45 left. Woo! This first half has had turnovers. It's had great offensive plays. It's had questionable offensive plays. We've got a quarterback that's blocking. We got a quarterback that's running. And we aren't even at halftime yet. I am Corey Hammond alongside LJ Smith, and this is the A7FL National Championship between the BIC and the Insomniacs. It's the 3rd time these 2 teams are playing. You can see the familiarity that they have.
One time for the one time. Thank you, folks. Thank you. I need this one time.
Both of these teams are slipping all over this field.
Wait, here go. Sit on.
Hey! It's not even a juke, though. Like, I mean...
he did what he does.
To be fair, LJ, of the 2 of us, you're closer, but neither of us have ever moved as fast as anybody on that field just was. So maybe it's a thing, like when you're that fast, you just can't put on the brakes or something?
I don't know, man.
All right, I'm not going to sell him anymore. That was embarrassing. So here's BIC. They better not get embarrassed. Because it's likely Danye Lyons. Oh, no, that's Prime. And the ball's live.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh. And he stays up.
Prime.
This play's still live. This play's still live. They got to get him down. And it's Umar Butter-Lewis, who is the unsung hero.
Good tackle.
That's his 3rd big-time play on these coverage teams. If he doesn't make that tackle, Shannon Allen might go. Like I said, when you're really aggressive going for that coverage, and there's either a muff or a miss, you saw the first man missed. If Shannon Allen keeps his feet, he might have led to 6. So 1:45, 12-12. What's up?
Quick question here.
Yes, sir.
Just to let folks know who are still new to the league. the ball almost, as far as that, they could have recovered that too, right?
They could have recovered it. It's a live ball if he gets it. Now, the get-back rule is not in play because no team has the lead. But this is a live ball.
Sheesh. So close. So close. And look, he almost got away.
He's trying to arrest him. Umar Butter Lewis showing his criminal justice degree. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, minute 44 in the first half. Fakes it. Gotcha.
Oh,
none
boy.
of that, sir. None of that. And it's a flag down. Let's see what the call's going to be on the floor.
Now, they did tackle Scott Hamilton up high. He is a very difficult guy to bring down, but you can't chokehold someone and bring him down no matter how much he weighs. And it'll be a personal foul penalty. Listen, that is them going to a rocket screen look and go. And BIC is very lucky that this didn't end up being a touchdown. Oh, no, it's just a regular rocket screen. Just, I don't know. Scooter just doesn't like it. He didn't like what it looked like out there. It looks like the blocking's there. If Scooter throws it, that's a touchdown. I thought, based on the pump fake from Scooter, that it actually was going to end up being the fake rocket screen and go. And maybe it was, and it just didn't have time to develop. But either way, the illegal tackle bails out the Insomniacs, so it'll be a 1st and 10. And the Insomniacs are not going to halftime happy with the tie.
Hamilton looking for that slant.
Mr. Nobody definitely made the adjustment there. That was the same play they went to on 4th and 7. They got it because of the strength of Eric Schuford. That time, Mr. Nobody is prepared for the slant, gets his body in position so he doesn't lose leverage on the press. Not because the corner presses the wide receiver. The wide receiver is now pressing the corner in these situations. And the pass is thrown to the exact same spot, but the good play defensively leads to an incompletion. 2nd and 10, 135. Bottom of your screen, Mr. Nobody's got to be careful here because the one guy who's kind of gotten the better of him consistently, William Carswell. And LJ, you may not want to call him Megatron, but he wants to see what it's about here.
He's more like a T.O. What, pass?
Oh, they go with the throw back to RTC to keep it alive.
I smelled the screen pass on that play. I don't know why.
Well, the BIC covered that perfectly because I think he did throw it backwards, which means it's live if he wants to throw it. But the quickness in which the coverage team of or the edge pressure from BIC gets to RTC, even if he had a wide open guy, there just wasn't enough time to catch and then get his hands on the ball and throw it accurately. So good yardage on the penalty. 1st and 2nd down don't go that well, but it still hasn't stopped either of these teams.
Flag on the play.
But once again, Will Franklin gets involved. He's got something to say.
That one just sounded different. Lucas Erceg on the pitch out of the pen here.
You see the hand motions side of our screen. It's the beautiful language of the American football referee.
Flags picked up.
And you see the communication there. Beautiful communication with our refs. And we will just pick up that yellow. Everybody's set up, and it's 3rd and 16, 128 left. If BIC makes a stop here on an incompletion, they likely have another opportunity at a drive.
3rd and 16, Hamilton. He can go into this tied, or he can get.
This time they made the adjustment.
Hamilton.
The center blocks nobody.
Left side.
And it's Carswell again.
And he does it again. And he does it again. Up top, kicking box.
He just transformed into a star scream.
Do the sound again. How does the sound go?
Listen, I don't know if he's Megatron. I don't know if he's Bumblebee. I don't know if he's Optimus Prime himself.
I'm telling you, listen.
But he transforms into somebody that makes the play on this with pressure in Scott Hamilton's face. Nobody blocks for him. Dwan Williams is right there. But all you got to do to throw it up to William Carswell.
It's too little.
And the chains will read 1st and 10.
You know what? I'll call Megatron for right now because he's playing this ball. And the clock is running. 46 seconds remain in the first half.
I don't know what that was about. He spikes the ball. Somebody's upset, and I don't know what it's about.
Why would he spike? He's already there. Like,
the clock, I think, was stopped by a timeout. So we'll have a quick discussion here as we reset 1st and 10. Again, great play from William Carswell. We've seen the weapons the Insomniacs have in the passing game. David Clark, rocket screen, took it to the house. Danye Lyons, when he goes in motion out of the backfield, not going to be covered by a guy with number 91 on his jersey. And Shuford, when it's a fourth or a third and they need to get it, he's shown exactly who he is. But it's really William Carswell, in my opinion, right now. That's the X factor, because he's that, you know, of the options, he might be fourth. And he's making the plays here and putting Mr. Nobody back in the spotlight on the wrong end of it.
Hamilton, spread formation, pump fake.
They go rocket screen to Danye.
I love that rocket. I love that
and
rocket.
They get the block.
I love that rocket. Prime time it too. I love that rocket. Touchdown, Nevada.
And why not double down on your best offensive play? The way that they set it up, LJ, is beautiful. They fake the rocket screen to the right. They go rocket screen to the backside. That is a double rocket screen.
I love that rocket. I love that rocket. I love that rocket.
And they have the personnel to do it. Danye Lyons, if there is a man in this league that could be known as a rocket, it's either him or the guy who manufactures his shoes. Look at this play. They go motion to the top of our screen, set up the rocket screen to the right. But it's really the offensive lineman that you need to watch. And they get out in front, and luckily the center barely makes the block. He almost clipped on that play. He almost cost his team points there. He's really struggling today.
Just for the record.
And at 32 seconds
12-18.
left in this half. 18-12. Insomniacs. Both of these teams struggling with these extra points, though. Here's Scooter Hamilton.
Convergence.
Good. Carswell.
Listen, just for the record here, real quick, because Kason Campbell mentioned earlier that he said that this is one of the easiest leagues he's ever played in. He was the one that got manhandled on the bottom of that screen on that quick screen. Just for transparency, ladies and gentlemen.
It's funny what guys say after playoff L's.
Yeah, you know,
it's funny what they say after.
No, listen, heck of a player.
The playoff L.
You know, you can't. At the end of the day, though, you just.
I mean, a year ago, a year and 3 days ago, before last year's championship, he loved this league. And here is a replay of the extra point.
But that was elimination talk. Now he's back. So
it's a good double move by Carswell. Very subtle move there, but that's what wide receivers in youth and on destroying one-on-ones around the country want to do. They want to do that double move. Well, Williams Carswell does it in one juke step. Wide open on the in route. Doesn't have to try that hard. And when you're Scott Hamilton and you have a guy, I don't care if he's Starscream. I don't care if, what's some of the other ones?
You talking about the Transformers?
Transformers, yeah, I can't think.
Oh, you talking about the
William Carswell here to throw it off after big time play on third. Yeah, the Decepticons, of course.
Here we
Nothing
go,
deceptive about his play today.
3-on-1. Last time BIC was on 3-on-1, they got 6.
And it's CSN here. And it's still live. Does he decide that he's going to take it out? He will.
He decides
32 seconds left. Why not?
CSN.
And he changes the field. He's looking for those slips, but you see, Insomniacs, they stay on their feet, and they do keep coverage. It's Carswell making the play there, and they get retribution from the play that made him look silly last time.
32 seconds. 32 seconds in an A7FL game is like 3 minutes in real football. You know?
For BIC especially, but in today's game, today, they absolutely have been struggling at times. 19-12, 33 seconds left here still in the first half. Insomniacs with a great play. 2 Danye Lyons take the lead, get the extra point, and now it's BIC's turn. Thank you for joining us. I'm Corey Hammond with LJ Smith. We are bringing you a great game so far, but don't get it twisted. There's still plenty of A7FL left for you to find. Go to YouTube at A7FL.com to subscribe and get your notification bell dinged. And you too will get the best football, the best sports, I dare say. A linebacker playing offensive line. Number 29, GT. It says unstoppable there, but he's going to be not eligible and blocking. Only 2 guys to block the very dangerous defensive line for the Insomniacs, including on the field right now, number 80, Chris Cunningham, who we haven't seen a lot yet, but maybe we will see big time today. You also see on the other side, A.J. McQuaig. And if you're BIC and you're not going to be able to block those guys, it, at the end of the day, is really up to Sterry Codrington to make those guys miss, because what they're going to try to, they are bringing in the 3rd offensive lineman. That the last jibber jabber that I was just doing is null and void, because Kenny Stansberry comes in to save the day.
That's right.
So ignore me. 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Scary Terry, folks. Use some legs, get across, cross pass.
Dangerous!
Dropped in for that money, Vegas. Listen, I don't know if y'all, this is the first time I've been with y'all. Knock out them push-ups, sir. Come on, knock him out. Oh, Vegas.
And that's
Wait till I
Shannon
see you.
Prime Allen, and he wasn't ready for that because the ball shouldn't have been thrown in that positioning. But the crossing route, Sterry Codrington throws it well behind with the pressure in his face, and it is almost intercepted. And right now, BIC, a team that is always pedal to the metal, trying to score on every play, they got to be careful because they want to stay in this game going into half. And with 25 seconds left, yeah, with one timeout, they still do have a good chance to score. But they have just as good a chance, in my opinion, LJ, because Sterry's already thrown 2 interceptions.
True.
Of giving the Insomniacs points. So what they have to do is make sure to take care of the ball, and a sack or a throw out of bounds is one of the better hypothetical.
That clips the corner. All tied up. You're the top half of inning number 7. Here's a 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
And down the likes of Mark Bagway and Logo Davis, the Tampa Bay quarterbacks, in his first ever championship appearance. This time shows that explosiveness and speed, catching Sterry Codrington from potentially breaking free from the pocket.
Which is not an easy time.
We've seen these guys already fail a bunch of times, but you see here, good pressure, good contain, and it's Moses Smith pressing the middle of the pocket, and A.J. McQuaig cleaning up with a rip move to the inside. Cleaning up with a rip move to the inside. And it'll bring up 4th down. And with not much time left on the clock, it'll be interesting to see if BIC decides to maybe try and go for it.
That'll be a very low IQ decision.
Well, if they don't get it, there's going to be time left on the clock. Exactly. And the Insomniacs would, at this spot on the field, have a really good shot at scoring the ball.
Just throw it up there one time for David Clark. Make him, have him make a play. Let's see what they're going to do here.
Well, if the Insomniacs continue to block those rocket screens as well as they are, then eventually what BIC is going to have to do is play press coverage on the wide receivers, which if you do that against David Clark and Danye Lyons, hey, you're in the same bad spot that BIC loves to find themselves in, with guys like Ashante Worthy getting pressed.
Oh wait, they're putting, they're throwing off, excuse me.
And you can see right now, as we see the feed has a little bit of the haze, maybe the heat getting to. Although, you know, it's hot everywhere nowadays.
Boy, remember too, the Vegas is going back in the second half, so this is huge for them to throw it back to them, because let's say they try to do it, they don't convert, right? Vegas scores again. Now they're up possibly 13-14. With ball game.
And here's Riddick definitely looking to throw this ball out of bounds, and safely does so. The Insomniacs, with 2 timeouts, will get another opportunity to string a couple of big plays together here and turn a 7-point lead into maybe a 2-score lead.
I know BIC don't like the chances now. Ball down the other side of the 50. Less time, 16 seconds left. We're talking about what? They need at least, they got maybe 3 plays, if that, within 16 seconds. They throw a quick, You know, unless they do some
well, if I'm BIC right now, the personnel is most importantly what I need to make sure. You cannot leave Big Mook on the field, number 91, and be in one-on-one coverage with a guy like David Clark, with Munchie, or even with Danye Lyons, who again is in the backfield, and they send Mook out. And then they'll put Lyons in motion, and they go rocket screen again.
Another pocket rocket. Another pocket rocket.
And you see how dangerous this play can be.
Hey!
BIC knew it was coming, and they're keeping it alive, but the ball's now live.
About.
That was maybe one of the dumbest things that David Clark could have done. The clock did not run.
Loud to somebody, and he drops that, and he dropped that.
So there will only be 3 seconds left here in the first half. They go back to the rocket screen, and even though they were all over it in BIC, Davik is that kind of athlete that if you over-pursue, he can just cut it back. And if it wasn't for the penalty here, those yards might stand. I'm not sure what the call is here, but it looks like the Insomniacs are going to have to take this one back.
If I'm the Insomniacs, I'm dealing right now. Take it to the second half.
Looked like it was probably a clip on the initial defender, Riddick. And, you know, hey, I'm all for good blocking out there. But.
Riggs on the sideline tell him, listen, you can't do that. That's illegal.
He's like, I actually went for the tackle this time, guys. Come on. So it'll be first and extremely long, but Insomniac's really not fighting the field here as much as they are the clock.
I'm looking for holes in their defense. I like that matchup for Scary Terry in the bottom of the screen.
And they sent Jason Sisson as a gnat to annoy, but there is another penalty flag here.
IS says none of that.
And
somebody got blocked IS. Somebody got
Hamilton a little frustrated, not sure with who or what. But the penalty is declined. And that will lead us to the end of the first half. Our score here in Las Vegas on this replay of Jason Sisson being a gnat in Scott Hamilton's life. And Isaac Negron, of course, getting the sack as he is contractually eligible to do. Wow, what a great first half of a great championship matchup so far. We have exactly 30 minutes of game time left in this matchup with the score. The Insomniacs 19. BIC, the defending champions, already lost in this playoffs. 12. But we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, highlights and the conclusion of this great A7FL matchup. You're watching the A7FL on A7FL.tv and YouTube. Be right back.
Have made the adjustment. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie de la Cruz. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Halftime in Vegas, in Jersey, all across the A7FL nation. Corey Hammond here alongside LJ Smith.
Sure.
And so far, this first half has been everything that I think everyone expected and more. We've gotten 3-on-1 returns, but we've also had a fumble on a 3-on-1 that we never could have expected. We've gotten some great offensive plays. We've gotten some rocket screens. We've gotten some Ashanti Worthy. But we also have 2 interceptions from Sari Codgerton and 2 turnovers for the Insomniacs. So when we really break it down, as we are headed into the second half between these two teams, LJ, based on what you've seen so far, not only today, but all season, what do you expect in this second championship half?
Well, I can tell you this. It's not what I expect, which I know. Psychic. I got it right here.
You heard it here first.
Vegas is going to stick to the script. They're going to do the same things. I call it rocket pockets. They're going to keep sitting in that pocket right there, hit the rockets all day, make the DBs from BIC make tackles. Apparently, they for some reason, they don't like to be physical. Vegas is a more physical team than I can see. BIC is not as physical as far as on the DB's defensive side, right? If BIC has no run game, doesn't smash it. All he's doing is going to sit in the shotgun all day and pass. It makes the defensive line and Vegas easy to just, all they got to do is worry about is Terry Codgerton and worry about the pass. They've done a great job so far keeping Ashanti Worthy and their full house of receivers. I mean, think about it. BIC probably has one of the deepest receiver core right now that you'll ever see. Top 3 receivers, right? And they've managed.
If not, honestly, not for the Insomniacs, right? But we'll get to them in a second.
But they've managed. Look what Vegas is able to do. They've managed to keep them less than 3 touchdowns in the first half. No team has ever been able to stay with Case.
Correction. Only 1 touchdown in the first half because the actual second touchdown was on the 3-on-1.
I agree. So, but their average is 3, especially with that receiver.
Under that, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So you figure they got Riddick, they got Ashanti, right?
And they got Kason Campbell.
They got so many receivers. They also have
Manny Diaz.
Well, they got Manny Diaz. They also got
Trey Cohen.
They got a arsenal.
They got the tight end GT.
But they've only been able to get 6 as far as on the offensive side. So. BIC right now is they're the ones who have to go into the huddle in the first half and think about what they're going to do to get on the board. I don't know if all that tricky stuff, the jet sweeps, that's not working for Vegas. Vegas is coming to play. BIC got their hands full.
Well, I think if you look at the story for both of these offenses, you kind of touched on it, but specifically for BIC, other than probably I would say about like 1 in every 4 or 3 or 4 of their plays, they're struggling mightily against this Insomniacs defense. And I think what we saw is that, much like I said earlier in the show, when Sterry Codrington is able to either find the running lane or throw and execute the pass play and throw accurately to his receiver, I mean, there's not much that any team, much less the Insomniacs specifically, can do against BIC's offense.
BIC historically has been dangerous because they've had a triple threat. They've had a run game with Curtis Mosley or someone back there.
Or someone.
Right? Number 1, number 2, now they got the pass game. Number 3, now you got to worry about Sterry Codrington's legs.
Right.
They've taken one element away.
And they have really relied more on the running game coming from called pass plays that Sterry ends up running or called running plays for the quarterback. But when Sterry in this game has been on target, it's not a struggle for BIC to move the ball. But when he has missed passes or he has thrown the ball errantly, or even more, when the Insomniacs get pressure on him, he's struggled. And when you look at so far this first half, the Insomniacs defense, to me, looks like the best unit on the field. And it starts with their defensive line and guys like A.J. McQuaid, who we've seen make the plays.
Right.
But the unsung heroes like Chris Cunningham, who is getting blocked, but is eating up 2 blocks at a time, or covering his gap to force things to the outside, or force Sterry Codrington to not get outside of the pocket and break contain, and he has to step up straight into the pocket, where we saw a couple of big plays made. Now, on the other side of the ball, when the Insomniacs have the ball, it's a similar story, but a little bit different. When they run a rocket screen, they are undefeated, it seems, in this game so far. When they run some of the other stuff, BIC, has found ways to do things. Now, we are getting word right now. We are about to, in a second, LJ, hear from the field, from Vegas, and one of our friends out in Vegas, on the sidelines with some of the players. Now, Ryan, who do we got? We're still getting the feed ready, so we're going to cut to him in a second. So again, with the Insomniacs, when they are running that rocket screen, it was the play that made the most yards for them in last year's championship, LJ. They scored multiple touchdowns on that play alone. So they come in today's game, and I think this is a really interesting way to call plays and to design an offense. Not only are they going back to the play that obviously works for them, but we've seen them run it 3 different ways in the first half. So it's not only that they know that this is their best play.
3 different schemes.
They are disguising it so that they can go to it every single time they have the ball. And so far, they have. So we are struggling getting to Dub Alvarez and Chris Ferris. Shout outs to my guys on the other side of the ball out in Vegas, and check out the Other Side of the Ball Network, our Vegas podcast. But here we start the second half with a 3-on-1 to Danye Lyons again. And here he goes.
Good tackle.
And a big time tackle there made by Trey Cohen and Ashante Worthy, rapping and driving. And Danye's like, hey, there he is. So 15 minutes left in this third, 30 minutes left in this season, LJ. And with a 7-point lead, Scott Hamilton and the Insomniacs will take the field in the huddle. RTC, the running back. They really only have the 2 offensive linemen and looks like 3 receivers, although Munchie is probably number 11 is going to line up at the tight, with Danye Lyons and David Clark at the top of your screen.
Spread formation here. Hamilton, shotgun set.
They'll put
Here we
RTC
go.
out in motion, and they'll go to the rocket screen again.
We love that pocket rocket. We love that pocket rocket. You don't want to tackle? I got that speed for you. Touchdown, Nevada. Talk to me, sir.
Wow.
They love that pocket rocket.
I mean, why not? Why not go to another formation with another group of personnel? They put RTC in at the H-back position, shift him out to make it look like he's the lead blocker for the rocket screen to David Clark again. But why not throw it to Danye Lyons? Because if you have two guys that run 4.3 in a 40-yard dash, get the ball in their hands and let them run.
They love that pocket rocket.
13-point lead for the Insomniacs, 25-12 as we start the second half.
Corey,
with a bang from another rocket, LJ.
I literally just said this. This is all they're going to do. Stick to the script. Stick to the script. Good blocking.
Great block from Shuford again.
Their receivers.
Center gets out, makes a good play on Devontae Henderson. And at this point, even Matt Riddick can't catch Danye Lyons. That's just too easy.
It is too
if
easy.
BIC wants to win this game, they can stop the one play that works, please, right?
They're exposing him. Vegas is saying, you DBs, you're not breaking these blocks.
The shout outs to the center getting out in front. That is a big-time block. Wow.
It's like they're playing. It's like they're playing. It's like they're playing Madden right now. They keep running the same play all day. Come on, run something else.
Listen, if you execute the plays, go back and watch. Remember the Titans. My man Denzel only had like 3 offensive plays.
Hamilton. Is that good?
And he gets it.
Convergence. Good. Good pass.
Bullet pass, and this is now the second championship point conversion for the Insomniacs. And after that big-time swing of momentum, you look at BIC. They're feeling the heat. They're feeling the pressure. Hopefully their spirit is still in this game. 26-12, 14-21 left in the third. And just like that, the Insomniacs walking their sideline again with the swagger that they've become famous for. But again, they're going to have to throw it off on a 3-on-1 that has to stay in bounds.
Real quick question, because the fans is probably asking this question. Has anyone ever flown cross country, whether it was from Jersey or Nevada to Jersey, and got smacked in the championship before? For the fans. Anyone?
Like absolutely annihilated in the championship? I mean, when Vegas first came into the league in a playoff game, they came to the Delaware Stadium, and they didn't. It wasn't close.
Oh, it wasn't close? Okay. Because I have a feeling that if BIC don't make something happen right now.
The momentum right now is teetering on overflowing extremely into the Insomniacs' favor. Because this hot and this level of dominance with one offensive play, you can sense the frustration from BIC. But here's Sisson.
Here we go, my man.
Turn their fortunes around if he can.
Sisson can squeeze through there. Sisson can get away. Sisson got that speed. He got that elusiveness, folks. Sisson. Guys, that is a touchdown. Too easy, Corey.
I don't know if there's grease on the field when he plays or if there's grease on his jersey, but for some reason the Insomniacs have slipped and slide, to quote a friend of mine, all over this 3-on-1 coverage team, allowing for Jason Sisson to score easily. And now twice. Wow. And with no time off the clock, it is still 14-21 left in the third.
Sheesh.
That touchdown drive is erased. And we're going to have to get Jason Sisson some water. Look at this play.
He hits that hole. Squeeze through there.
Carswell just underestimates the burst.
Sisson, he's not really running that fast.
Now he is.
Got you. Sisson.
Is somebody get my man some ice?
Oh, he did it with a blip. Oh, he hit it with a little blip. He hit it with that blap. And you thought you had him.
I mean,
look at his face. Oh, he's hustling.
Well, he's got just as good of a chance of catching him that I did if I were chasing him. And I'm not catching anybody on that field.
We know that.
Not today. Not in Jersey, not in Antarctica.
Oh, man.
8-point lead now.
Talk about big plays. Talk about big plays, Corey.
And talk about momentum shifting, because like you said, at that moment when you spoke it, I believed it. Momentum was all on the side of the Insomniacs, and BIC had every reason to say, yeah, maybe next year.
Now, listen, I'm not done yet. They need this conversion. This conversion right here would capitalize their comeback to
and not only are they going for the conversion, but they're going for 2, which will cut the lead to 6 if they get it.
Case on camera, Shante Worthy. Somebody make a play. Somebody make a play. Somebody make a play.
He's still alive.
Somebody incomplete.
Can't get out there. Good. Not only
covered by my man Prime
was
Time.
decent pressure, but for them to have covered BIC's receivers for that long, that is insane.
He had 5, 6, 7. He had about 3 or 4 Mississippis.
You could say it. 6, 7.
Yeah.
About 6, 7 seconds.
Yeah. So score remains 26-18. Talk about No Limit, sir.
Well, listen, if you want to perform at your best, first you got to train smart. You got to recover as quickly as possible. And to do so, you need biosensor technology directly in your apparel. Don't use a wrist thing or some kind of guide telling you about what is this and that. No, go straight to the source. Put it on your body. Scan the QR code now and perform at your peak. No Limit Performance Wearables. Optimize your training. Here's Shante Worthy here to throw it off.
Most exciting time, folks. Most excited. I can't even tell you how much.
Just had some excitement on one side, and it will be Prime
time
to show what he can do.
Hold that ball with one hand. Prime, none of that. None of that. None of that.
A big time play from Trey Cohen. Prime that time doesn't struggle as much on the catch, but he does struggle with his footing, and he gets tackled. LJ, he got tackled before the 20. That's 1st and 10 BIC.
No, it can't be. Second half comeback rule goes in effect?
In effect?
No.
Hold on. I might be wrong. Hold on. Hold up here.
You might be wrong.
Shannon Allen is winning the game. He is on the winning team. He has to get back to the 20. Trey Cohen, yeah. Nope. Give me the ball.
Comeback rule?
I told you, LJ.
Wow, you've been talking about this for, oh my God.
Yeah, eventually I was going to be right.
So explain to the fans.
Yes.
It's BIC
has the ball.
It's BIC.
Here's the rule.
Like
a team that is losing at any point in the game, when they throw the ball off, they throw the ball off. If they make the play and tackle the returner before the returner crosses the 20, in which what just happened, you get a 1st and 10. You get the ball back. You're down by 8.
Wow.
And the momentum is shifted again.
Momentum is shifted again, folks.
Tight coverage on the outsides.
Scary Terry back on the
bottom of your screen is Matt Riddick.
Got to make a play, Scary Terry. What you going to do with it?
Top of the screen, Manny Diaz.
Drops. Use them late. None of that.
And the ball is out.
Doesn't matter what you do.
But they're going to say he was down. So Trey Cohen makes the huge play for BIC to get their offense back on the field. LJ, the problem is, as much as 18 of those points that are up, only 6 of them come from the BIC offense. When this team has the ball and this red team's on defense, it has been mostly the Insomniacs dominating play after play. Just look at the releases from the receivers.
They're on top of it. Those DBs is all over the receivers. They can't get separation.
LJ, if you could play press coverage on BIC's receivers, what receivers can't you cover?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
First of all, shout out to Nick Cusado, because in my mentions right now, I have literally everyone.
Scary Terry, incomplete, broke up
every one of the names for the Transformers, LJ, when we get back to the Insomniacs with the ball. Okay. Shout outs to Nick. But again, on now 2nd down, Stereo on 1st and 2nd down in this game has been atrocious most of this game.
We can call him Optimus Prime.
Well, let's wait till he gets the ball again. Right now, we're waiting for Sterry to decide: is he the thrower, the runner, or is he going to just let the offense develop itself? Because to me, LJ, when you're watching Sterry Codrington, a quarterback, you can sense the frustration because he's not letting the defense dictate what he does. On 1st down, it looked like he wanted to run. Now there's pressure and there's press coverage, and maybe it was the best decision. Doesn't get it. And on 2nd down, it gets tipped. So here's 3rd down.
Up top, chicken box.
The ball to Riddick, and he
dropped his foot at Money. Riddick.
And the look on K-Wax face says it all.
Just look at their faces.
He said, "Why'd you do that?"
What do you say back in the huddle when you just dropped that chicken just like that? Dropped it for the money, $25,000.
You see, Riddick is literally going to the sideline. He's not in the huddle.
What do you say? You can't say my bad. I'll be honest with you, I don't come back to huddle. I act like I got it.
Well, listen. On any route, the first thing you have to do is get open, and Matt Riddick did that perfectly. So he did his job on that play.
Look at it. That's slow
motion. And we'll see how
I got you, mama. He's, oh, no.
I mean, maybe it's an optical illusion. Maybe the ball wasn't as close, but if you can make that play, you could basically put the ball back in your team's court. Now the Insomniacs with 12 yards at their back and BIC in a 4th down in their own territory.
We need Ashanti Worthy to make a play right now, folks. Gotta go to Hollywood.
Might not be able to take advantage
Scary
of
Terry.
the big
Gotta go to Hollywood.
play.
Make a play. Intercepted.
Intercepted. Again.
How many plays is he gonna make? How many plays is he gonna make?
Maybe one more. Because not only does he get the ball
to the house,
he's gonna put 6 up on the board again.
Woohoo! Touchdown.
Second
Nevada.
interception. 3rd touchdown. And it's pandemonium out in Vegas.
He do his nil. He got to do the nil.
I don't even know what those signs mean, Davin Clark. What are you even talking about? I think it was 3. He was doing the 3 touchdowns. Is that what it was?
That's a new thing. That's that new thing.
Well, it's an old story at this point, LJ. When Danye Lyons is on the field, he's more than likely going to make the play. Now, the play is originally made by Chris Cunningham, forcing the quick throw. But there's really nothing Sterry can do on this play. It's 4th down. Unless he's going to run the ball, LJ, he's got 2 receivers in a route. You saw Ashanti Worthy fell, and Kason Campbell is the only one that's standing, and he's double covered. So really, if you're BIC and you want to win this game, what you have to do is, A, catch it on 3rd down, or B, make the tackle after the interception.
What defense could they be running to have a safety over top? Oh, they're doing the BIC revive.
That was corny, but the touchdown was awesome. The touchdown is what I'm focused on. 32-18, and the Insomniacs take a commanding lead here.
So technically, the Insomniacs have shut down BIC to 6. Oh,
Hamilton. They're up 14, and Hamilton looked to throw it behind a back, but
incomplete. Damage is already done.
As the kids would say, has a big back, and it doesn't work out this time. 32-18, Insomniacs with a pick 6, and they take a commanding lead. And it is getting chaotic, which is why we brought up the graphic. Scan the QR code now for K-Dust Gladiator Fitness. $14.99 a month. Look, later you could go to a fast food place and just gain weight, or you could go scan the QR code now, download the app. You can win a month of free training, LJ. Or you could start now for just that amount of money, for less than a value meal at a fast food restaurant. And you could start on your journey to getting fit, like Danye Lyons.
So earlier you asked me, what does the Insomniacs have to do? Now I'm going to ask you that same question, Corey. BIC's down right now. What does BIC got to do? Down 18-32.
This is not the first time we've seen in this season BIC with this exact score. This was the score of the Animals game.
Yeah, but they weren't playing like hot garbage like they are now.
At times it looks like it.
Hot
now
garbage.
what has been the difference for BIC this year and last year is that the turnovers from Sterry Codgerton, which obviously we can't take back, but the efficiency. We need to get Sterry Codgerton into plays that he feels comfortable.
CSN.
And if you're BIC, you might as well let your man work.
Don't let him do it again, folks. Don't let CSN do it again. Hey, they go 1, they go 2. No, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't believe it. It's unbelievable. Touchdown, CSN.
And somewhere on the Insomniac sideline, they think that Savion Cunningham is playing for BIC because Jason Sisson was not who we promised you in the pregame as the best returner on this team. But that is now the 3rd time.
Oh, man.
BIC's offense basically has to do nothing. And they watch a man in bright yellowish green cleats.
Gotta see it again.
Make every man on that field fall on their chest and face in embarrassing fashion.
Dive in. Here goes with. Watch right.
I believe it'll... Ow!
Same side of the field. CSN loves that right. He's letting them know. He's talking that stuff.
And on that play, Carswell does not transform into Starscream. Let me look at this list.
Yeah, Starscream. Yeah, you said it right.
Well, here's a list we got. We got Optimus, we got Bumblebee, Ratchet, Ironhide, Jazz, Prowl, Wheeljack, RC. We'll get back to the list.
But that's why, folks,
after this extra
point. We always say that this is the most exciting time in the game. 3-0-1. You think you got it.
8-point lead.
Got to make a play. Scary Terry. Can he get there? Whoa, they go 1. There you go. Big conversions.
And now it's a 6-point lead, 26-32.
Just when you think they're dead. Just when you think BIC
has scored just as many points for the Insomniacs while they've been on offense,
Well,
as they have scored themselves.
Well, Corey, respectfully, BIC hasn't scored anything. You're talking about
No.
Sisson has
BIC has scored 6.
Okay.
BIC has also given the Insomniacs 6 while they've been on offense. It has been Jason Sisson who's the story today. And the reason he's so good is because of Trainer Steve.
He's taped up. That's right.
Scan the QR code now if you want to run as fast as humanly possible and make people in red jerseys fall flat on their face. Get taped up like a pro. Trainer Steve's got you pre-wrap tape and cover. So for professional athletic services, for all athletes of all ages, and sincerely all sports, we're talking cricket even, scan the QR code or go to tapemeup.net. Now again, they're down by 6 here, LJ. If they make the tackle before the 20, they get the ball back on offense. Here's the throw. And it'll bounce back and they recover it!
Wait, hold on, no way.
They recover it again!
No way. No way, Corey.
It
no
crossed
way.
the 25, so it is a legal throw. It then bounces back into the coverage's hands, and it is once again BIC ball.
What the heck is going on here? It's like it's like you talk about the momentum, and someone's like, BIC time to get some momentum
If
back.
you told the Insomniacs going into the fourth quarter that the BIC offense would have only scored 6 points, would have thrown 3 interceptions, they would have said, give us the money.
Wow.
And it's not even like it's some rookie out there. That's Danye Lyons. But it's the effort from Trey Cohen running that full speed, making sure he's down there. And they take advantage, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Cadre, using the legs again. Gotcha. Squeeze through. Good tackle, good run. Listen, if
they got to do this, they got to do this. But like you said,
if you don't run, if you can't throw a pick if you don't throw the ball.
They have the guys on this field, if they're not already burnt out from the heat.
That's right.
To win this game if they can. The Insomniacs, though, they're not going to lose this, in my opinion, on defense unless BIC makes one heck of a play.
Defense, 3-1 is like defense.
And then they make another play. Because the Insomniacs defense right now has been the most dominant force not named Jason Sisson.
That's right. BIC breaks.
Or a rocket screen.
Manny Diaz on the bottom of the screen. Kason Campbell in motion. Here we go.
And they go run again.
Good blocking downfield. Great block.
Oh, and he slips.
He slips. If he don't slip, he at least gets another 5.
Nah, I gets the first down, I think, and that will move the chains, but I think he probably scores on that, LJ. Wow. This second half has already felt like it's been 3 hours. There's still 9:30 left in the third quarter.
That's what happens when you said that 3-1's untimed, right?
Untimed downed. And absolutely wild. 1st and 10, BIC. You can see the pep back in their step. You see the smiles in the huddle.
Angie's different.
The momentum back on their side. But again, the Insomniacs defense has really played superior to this BIC offense so far.
So far,
Yet.
So far, they've given up only 6 to BIC's offense.
Timeout, BIC. 8:59 left in the third quarter.
I'm still in shock. I'm
sweating.
I'm still in shock. Again, BIC wins this game. Sisson literally said, hey, brothers, jump on my back and I'll carry you to the finish line. And that's what's happened.
So far,
he has
he
single-handedly
has scored
kept them in this
18
game.
points.
He don't
The
score
rest
those.
of BIC has scored 7. BIC has given the Insomniacs the 6 that they lead by. Right now, it's 32-26. Insomniacs holding on for dear life. But the last 2 times the BIC have scored touchdowns, by the way, on 3-on-1 returns, they have recovered or stopped the returner and got the get back. So they've gotten the ball back the last 2 times that they've scored touchdowns on the 3-on-1. Let somebody say that there's not 3 phases to the game of the A7.
We've been waiting all season. They haven't done
The special teams for BIC is the only reason, LJ.
They're in the game.
The only reason. They have MVPs all over the place. Their defense isn't the reason. Their offense isn't the reason. It's Trey Cohen and Jason Sisson and Ashante Worthy throwing the ball somehow with a backspin that miraculously goes to your own guy.
1st and 10.
Well, welcome to the A7FL.
Let's see. He finally, for the first time in the second half, has a running back in the backfield with him.
Does he? His number 91, Big Mook.
Now let's see what the ref's gonna call here.
That's the very rare easy call from Will Franklin. Saying, whoa. We all get a chance to take a little breather here. You know, the athletes on the field, they're burning hot. In this booth right here in the bowels of A7FL headquarters, it's even getting sweaty for me watching these guys run full speed. Here's a jet. Here's Mook.
And I told you to go to Mook. What did I tell you? Finally, none of that. None of that. Now I know why they probably run the ball, because that defensive line is not letting that go.
They had a hole in the, like, we'll say the A gap or the left side A gap, and Big Mook, his eyes were on the C gap to the right. So, yeah, when you're number 91, you can do a lot of things. And to be clear, to be fair, Big Mook is the man who caught the man that caught the ball. I don't know if you ever seen that play.
He's the man that caught the man that
caught the ball.
So he's the man playing so he's the dude trying to play another dude to play.
We had to ask, while Big Mook was playing defense, if catching a guy who caught a ball is an interception. Because if you have possession of the human, 2nd and 10.
That would be an interception. It'd be my ball. 2nd and 10.
So you're smooth in the slot. One of the unsung heroes in this defensive backfield. Well, he's going to have to cover Kason Campbell one-on-one. Here's the jet action.
Play action. Ashanti.
Oh, there you go. The rocket screen themselves.
Hollywood.
And it's Shannon Allen all over it there. See the difference between those two plays, LJ? When the Insomniacs run it, they have action and they have a reason for you to think it's going opposite. They sell that very well. But also their blocking gets in front of the rocket screen and gives their receiver an alley, whether it's Danye Lyons or David Clark. Ashante Worthy, if he had the same alley, probably scored. On there, they don't even get a block on the first threat to Ashante Worthy. The guy who's playing man coverage head on him. And that's why their rocket screens have been going for 0 yards. And their opponent in the Insomniacs seem to score every single one of their touchdowns on it. 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. Scary Terry. Got time. He could bake a cake. Flag down.
Here's Devontae Henderson.
Devontae Henderson can get there. Devontae Henderson dropped that shoulder. Touchdown, BIC. But that might be coming back because I saw a flag at the line of scrimmage.
Not sure what the call is, but
looks like
it will be coming back.
Like John Madden, rest in peace, John Madden used to say 9 times out of 10, if the flag is thrown at the line of scrimmage, it's an offensive holding.
Woo, my man GT feeling the heat. Let's see, it's probably a holding. I'm not sure who they're going to call it on. I don't know. They're calling this game a little bit weird. That does not look. They're calling that on Manny Diaz?
No, the flag was at the line of scrimmage. That's a different flag.
No. Well, BIC scored, so in Vegas, they're going to call it back. It is what it is. Well, it was 3rd and 9. So it's going to be 3rd down again, the ref says, and they're going to lose the 10 yards on the holding penalty. So it likely will be 3rd and 19-ish. And you could see, after a lot of great things going in BIC's favor recently, they still have to crack through this defense, which they have not been able to solve except for a couple of big plays here and there. And it'll be 3rd and 15. And Sterry Codrington, torn, ripped, looking like Kyle Reese.
Drops back. Scary Codrington, Scary Terry, he got time. Like I said, he can block.
Oh,
he slips. That turf. You think they did that purposely? Put that soak that turf up with that secret formula?
Well, that's the second time a player like Sterry Codrington, with his athleticism and with his ability to affect the game with his legs, has found himself causing himself a loss of yardage. And that will be 4th down. And in many instances, you might even hypothetically flirt with going for it here. But if you're BIC, you could potentially put your team in a position where you're on defense, pinning the Insomniacs really far back. The problem for me, LJ, is if you're BIC and you give the Insomniacs the ball, you know what play they're going to call.
Yep. Well, I don't know if they're going to call. I mean, listen, I don't know if they're going to call that the pocket rocket, as they say, back in their own end zone. But
4th and extremely long. They'll have to get about the 10-yard line to get the first.
Terry gotta make a
Here's Jason
play.
Sisson.
Jason
He's
Sisson
going
got
to
that
tiptoe
speed.
off the sideline. He's got some space. Does he
have
have enough speed?
He has that speed.
It's going to be close to the 1st down.
Where's the ref going to call? What's the call and play? Let's see.
And it looks like they got him before.
Wow, he was that close.
He was so close.
Wow.
Big time tackle from Eric Schuford there. And the Insomniacs, by maybe a foot and a half, stop BIC from getting the 15. Well, the 25. Look at this play. Now this is where you don't want to find yourself.
The fact that he got always there is crazy.
Let's see how close he was. No, he wasn't even really that close. He was going to have to break that tackle or get a lot more yardage there, honestly. If you're BIC, you have to look at yourselves and say, hey, if they're going to keep giving us these opportunities and we don't capitalize on them, then we do not deserve a championship, regardless of how we got here.
1st and 10, inside handoff. Got to make that.
It's RTC.
RTC.
Yeah, he's got the hair fully down, flying everywhere.
Not a great gain. It's not a as far as the yardage, but again, it's keeping those defensive line and the D ends. It's keeping them committed. They cannot just start doing free rushing.
And when the Insomniacs are really at their best, they're able to just do what works, right? So they're going to try to run the ball here up, and maybe rightfully so. And here's Scooter to lead block.
Scooter, good tackle.
Big play by Big Mook in an open field. RTC, a guy that a couple years ago in his first championship, MVP of the game, 130 yards on 29 carries, LJ. And the touchdown to seal it on a 4th and 8, a speed option. So it'll be 3rd down after the 2 run plays. And if you're BIC, you have to at least consider playing tight coverage on these receivers. Because at the bottom of the screen, Manny Diaz is covering a guy who's likely going to run a rocket screen. Oh, no, they're going to go and try to run the clock out. Not a smart play call in my opinion, but they only needed the 1. And let's see if they get the first. They do.
Wow. He dropped his head. He
3
dropped his shoulder on that.
3 runs, and just enough yards to keep the clock moving and keep the chains in their favor. Scooter Hamilton with the short run picks up the 1st down. And they will bring in Juice in the backfield. Big Wes anchoring the line on the left tackle. And Scooter under center.
1st and 10, Scooter.
Oh,
keep it down. Oh, man.
And if he kept his feet.
Oh, you've been gone. He would have been gone.
No, somebody would call him.
Everybody
but he would have got a lot of yards.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't see touchdown. He would have been gone. But I'm just saying, everyone in their mama thought that he was going to give it.
He should have.
Back there and he didn't.
It was probably what the play was called, but the smart play from Scooter to see the yards given to him.
Good play, though.
I mean, he could have gotten much more, but he still did get 3 or 4. And he'll bring up 2nd and about 7. No, 2nd 6 or 7. 3 minutes left in this 3rd. We started this 3rd quarter with a bunch of plays that took no time off the clock, and ever since the Insomniacs gotten the ball, this clock has been draining down. Here's Juice.
Gives it to my man Juice. Juice runs
hard.
hard.
He runs hard.
Juicer.
And then ball's out.
Juicer.
And that's Swank.
Can he do it? Is he eligible?
I think he can.
I don't think so.
Nobody's going to catch him.
Nobody's going to catch him.
It's just how they drew it up.
Touchdown.
And Swanky.
Nevada.
No one was going to call him to get the ball.
Hey.
But let the man dance. David Clark, you scored no touchdowns. Let my man get his shot. And even Ole Bell is laughing.
Like my man Notorious B.I. said, the ski ass way. Got his 6. Big play, man.
And the way that BIC's team sold out with all hats to the ball and this extra effort to rip the ball out is what ended up being their downfall. The ball could not have bounced to a more ready individual to put his stamp on this championship. Schweik for 6. Up by 11 now. 2:32 left in the 3rd.
Talk about a heartbreaker right there. Sheesh.
Well, the only bad news for the Insomniacs is they're going to have to throw the ball off after this extra point. Oh, boy.
There's no way he's doing 4 in a row. I don't know, man.
Hey, listen, we've seen some unprecedented things in this year's championship game. And here's Scott Hamilton to put 2 more up on the board.
Hamilton, incomplete. Good defense by man Diaz. Listen, let me tell you something. I've been to Vegas before in the casinos, and I play roulette, and I've seen certain numbers hit back to back. I've even seen colors go 2-3 times in a row. but 4 times on a 3-on-1 throw-off is lunatic.
Hey, I
Lunatic.
know it's not on a roulette table, but if he scores here, somebody go to a casino and do 88. It's got to be on 88.
Or 8. There's no 88 in a roulette, but yes.
Well, listen.
8. No,
keep
it's
your
fine.
money. In this economy, everybody, don't go and waste it unless you already accounted for it.
Right.
38-26, 2 minutes and 32 seconds left, and we are going to get another attempt at this extra point. This time, 2 points from the 5. Scott Hamilton today calling a great game as a play caller and making the throws when his team needs them.
Hamilton needs this. He'll go by 14. Can he make that pass? Incomplete. Mendiaz says, none of that, sir. None of that.
And I'm not sure if it is 37 or 26. I mean, 37 or 38 to 26. But the Insomniacs with a 2-score lead. Unfortunately for them, though, they may have to face their biggest nemesis, not just today, LJ. All season, I don't think an individual player, and they played multiple teams twice, no individual player has scored as many points as Jason Sisson has scored on them today.
He'll probably break the league record.
I might be wrong. Maybe some guy in second score.
I don't think, but not
it sounds like a good stat.
But not on 3-on-1 throw-off, though.
Fact check me all you want. I'm right. You're right. Here's Knox. Now, last time Knox was out, made the big throw, but couldn't convert when it mattered to stop him. He's going to get an opportunity at revenge. But so, too, will the returner.
We go.
And in case you were wondering, it is Sisson.
My man Sisson looking for that 4th. Can he get there? Stop and
No,
go.
it's slippery. It's slippery, but he goes backwards. They're all over him now.
Got him.
But can he get free?
Can he get away?
And as good as the last 3 have been, this one is probably equally as bad.
Not that time.
And he will be stopped with forward progress at the 6-yard line. And if the Insomniacs were losing, well, they'd have the ball. Lucky for BIC. Maybe the only reason that they're lucky. They'll get the ball back. Sisson, all of his energy have been going back into these jukes, back and forth, side to side. Probably, listen, on those 3-on-1s, you cover more yards on those one plays than you probably cover as a corner wide receiver on almost all plays. And he's done it back to back to back. Oh, my goodness.
Each time he's been 90-plus yards. Each time.
And the most recent one that went for 6 was in the end zone. It's a 106-yard return, and that time worked out for BIC. This time it doesn't. And the Insomniacs, with the most field behind them they've had all day, the worst starting field position for BIC. But they're going to need a drive. Down 12. Sterry Codrington and co. looking to flip the script as we've seen so far. They put Hollywood in motion.
Hollywood.
Good blocking in front of them. Chops up and gets the good 10-yard gain to convert the 3rd, and they get out of the shadow of the goalposts.
That is a first down, folks.
I don't even think there is a shadow of the goalposts. It's so hot. The heat's burnt through the shadow, but they're out of danger, at least for now. 1st and 10. Clock continues to tick.
This is big-time players. This is when the big-time players need to step up and make a play.
Well, BIC's not in a position where they can take drives lightly. They've only scored 6 on offense so far. They've had 2 opportunities on the get back and a recovery on the kickoff. And now they face the long field. Here's Sterry.
Hollywood finally gets that rock. Out of bounds.
And RTC offers, with good sportsmanship, some water to his opponent, Ashante Worthy. So good pocket again for BIC, and a well-thrown ball on that sit route. And I did say that I think they're going to use that route eventually for a sit and go. Potentially put points on the board, but Sterry still trying to find that consistent rhythm.
Here we go.
First and 10, they got the 2 tight end look. Big Mook, number 91, eligible. On the other side, Devontae Henderson, number 23. Bottom of the screen is the twins in Ashanti Worthy and Kason Campbell. And this is a lot of times where they go Sterry Codrington run.
And here we Kason Campbell 1-on-1. 1-on-1. Can he dump it off?
And they're all over the hypothetical break contain run from Sterry. And a play that earlier in this game might have gone for a lot more yards. That time, Insomniacs are all over it. And right now, this game is being dominated, at least when BIC has the ball, by the defensive effort from every one of the Insomniacs on that defense.
Looks like that's the end of the third quarter, sir.
And after 3 action-packed, no pads, full contact quarters, scores 38-26. And this fourth quarter is brought to you by Kinetic Relief. Now you could see playing in this heat and playing this brand of football has gotten to some of our guys. But when they're ready to recover, they know exactly where to go. Scan the QR code like our athletes and go to kineticrelief.com for premium CBD sports cream and other recovery items. You can win a free sample if you scan the QR code, or you can order now. That's kineticrelief.com. Sterry's still cool, not affected by the pressure, at least as we transition to the fourth quarter. This game has had everything, LJ. We've had the get back. We've had a, what you could say is an onside recovery. We've had 3 back-to-back-to-back returns. We've had a rocket screen probably called in about as many ways as you can design in the limited amount of plays that the Insomniacs have even been able to call. And yet we still have more to bring you as we decide here who the best team in the entire universe is at full contact, no pads, 7-on-7 football. Alongside the great LJ Smith, I'm Corey Hammond. We are excited and honored to bring you today's game, which is live in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are here in the bowels of the A7FL headquarters here in beautiful New Jersey. And we are bringing you a game that I don't think anybody could have predicted would go exactly the way that it did to get here. A loss in the playoffs from the defending champs, only for them to get the chance for the 3rd time to prove that they are better than this group of night wolves that struggle to sleep. They're known as the Wolfpack. The Insomniacs from Vegas got the home game, have the home field advantage. And to me, LJ, as much as we can praise so many of the guys all over this field, it's really been the defense as a unit and how impressive they've been. If it wasn't for those returns by Jason Sisson, this is an embarrassing loss for BIC. They would be down currently right now. I think it would have been, what, 38-6?
Yep.
Wow. Just put that into context. If you take away the points,
they're down 38-6
that were given to you on plays like that, it would be 31, because BIC did give the Insomniacs some points. 31-6. So that has been how impactful not only Jason Sisson, but the special teams unit has been for the BIC. And yet they still, on the road, in the sweltering heat of the desert, down 12, but they still have 15 minutes to decide this one. And both of these teams know how to come back from a deficit in the playoffs.
Lined up on your bottom of your screen, Trey Cohen, April, also known as April's only son, bumping and running.
With Shannon Allen prime. Both of these corners, these starting corners for the Insomniacs, have had a great day on wide receivers that otherwise
you're gonna let him know.
Are really, really good.
He's too close to you, Trey.
Now they're probably going to send him in motion to keep him from pressing the little bit smaller in stature, Trey Cohen.
Trey Cohen. Gotcha. Looking for that sideline.
And it's Eric Schuford who makes the tackle.
So disrespectful.
Oh, he got him by the jersey low enough that it's not a horse collar. But you see Sterry really getting into the nitty-gritty of making sure these plays work. You can't lose a drive here to miscommunication or, you know, uncertainty. So he makes sure his wide receiver comes back, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I don't know, that seemed like a decent gain, but I guess it doesn't amount for much. And like they have been all game, Terry Codgerton with nobody in the backfield for him. Excuse me, it's 3rd and 5.
Time is now, folks. The time is now. Codgerton decides to keep it himself.
And the Insomniacs, their football IQ is among the best I've seen in this league. If you look at the way that they lined up on defense, they immediately knew that if Terry Codgerton decided to run, he was not going to get the requisite 5 yards they needed. They had 2, not 1, 2 guys playing back and in the spy area. One of them, Eric Schuford, maybe their do-it-all MVP. And number 15, my guy, can't pronounce his last name, but he is the 3rd for a reason, right? They're keeping the name. It's the 3rd time they've used it. And it'll bring up a 4th and about 1. And in a league where BIC always had the ability to convert this with a guy like Courage Mosey, they find themselves in a 4th and short, not knowing how they're going to get it. And they mess up the play again. It's incomplete. They called the shovel pass. They tried earlier. If they complete it, maybe they get it. But they don't. And the 12-point lead looks like so many more points. Now, if you're the Insomniacs, everyone in the red jersey can feel it now.
Well, you know the jersey's orange.
Orange?
Yeah.
Oh?
It's not orange. That's right.
In their history, they've never been orange. The heat's getting to you, LJ.
It's getting to me because BIC's getting manhandled right now, man.
Or it's so hot out there in the desert that the jerseys are bleached from the sun.
That's right.
UV is a serious thing with global warming.
1st and 10, you know what they're going to do.
It's a real thing.
Play action. Oh, he's looking for that up-top chicken box. Up
and
top,
he's going up top.
Chicken box.
And he finds
up top. Chicken box. Touchdown, Nevada. Listen, man.
And it feels just so much nicer when you throw the touchdown over the top of the guy that got you 3 times last year. And David Clark goes for the touchdown, this time not on a rocket screen, but on a rocket ship go route out of this planet. 44-26 is the lead. And right now, everyone in Las Vegas, everyone in the Western time zone is excited for what the West Coast team in the Insomniacs are poised to do here today.
That's really getting beat. They're going. Listen, let me tell you something. They are going to Riddick. I'm just lost for words.
They want to get the get back for last year, not only in just the game, but in the games within the game. And it is 44-26. Zach Luciano is in at quarterback.
Luciano!
Here he is.
Pass! Up top, chicken box at his finest. Conversions, good. Let him know.
Listen, you don't have to give him Megatron as a nickname.
That's football.
But we love this guy, don't we?
That's football.
That's William Carswell again. One hand.
That pass was just...
And he's telling him exactly what he needs to know. And the good sportsmanship there is why BIC and the Insomniacs are allowed to play.
Corey Hemmings spits hot fire, guys. He's trying to tell you guys that's what they should do.
My man Will Carswell spitting hot fire. There's the 5 best wide receivers in the A7FL. It's Megatron, Carswell, William, Starscream.
You do it wrong. You do it wrong. He says, because I spit hot fire, I'm top 5 in all alive.
Dylon.
Why?
I knew the
because
reference.
I spit hot fire.
He does. Well, I spit hot fire. But David Clark catches touchdown passes. Corey Hammond, LJ Smith. This is the A7FL championship. And right now it's feeling like that trophy is going to go back across the country and land safely and stay
You know how they make two
In
championship
Las
shirts?
Vegas.
You know how you make two championship shirts?
They're sending,
just in case.
What did they do with
Like,
what did they do with the U and the animals?
No,
ones
no,
from
hold
the
on.
Eastern Conference one?
This should be mad disrespectful right now. Start putting on the
The BIC shirts.
Oh man, listen.
They're going to go to LA, and anybody who needs a shirt, they're just going to be giving them BIC.
Listen, Corey, 12-17 left. I've seen.
There is still plenty to go in this game,
happen.
and right now, the biggest threat against the Insomniacs and Knox as he throws this off is the guy who's about to return it. Nice pirouette from the throw
Take
off.
a look, folks.
Oh, it's Trey Cohen this time.
Trey Cohen got that speed too. He got that elusiveness. Trey Cohen.
Doesn't get there this time. And a big-time tackle. The lead is 20. And there's only 12-17 left for BIC, who have somehow come back from the grave to this championship game with the opportunity of a lifetime to defend a championship they thought lost. But right now, down 20, with the view of those mountains in the background and the heat of the sun on their shoulders. They need as much as they can get from their playmakers as quickly as they can get it to storm back into this game.
Still waiting.
Juan Williams coming in to play offensive line. Already a bad sign if you're BIC. Here's Sterry. Pressure immediately.
Incomplete. Tipped at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to go with two offensive linemen, you got to block at least two of the threat. That time, the Insomniacs send a free rusher, and two guys come in so quickly that even the immediate throw from Sterry Codgerton gets batted away, and they bring up 2nd and 10.
They need to do something fast right now.
What's the shot they really doing?
He's like, listen, I want that ball.
He was doing this. He was doing like jawing. I guess somebody was talking to him.
He's been shut out the whole first
He needs
half.
his quarterback throwing the ball.
Second half, first half.
They go with the 4 wide again.
Scary Terry.
Free rushers Cunningham. This time Sisson.
Sisson
Makes the first move.
Sisson, good hit.
Not enough on the offensive play.
Good hit.
And it's Eric Schuford again. I mean, he hasn't scored a touchdown today, but I don't know if anybody's been more important.
I'm going to say this right
now.
now.
Number 11
nationally, I'm going to say this right now. If you could bump and run BIC's receivers the way they're doing it, right? If you BIC would never win. The BIC would never, ever, ever. They could play this game 100 times. If they could manhandle those receivers the way they do, and take away the receivers, it exposes Codgerton. He's exposed. You would think that he's not even like a top tier quarterback the way they've been playing. They've been all over these receivers.
Well, and to be fair to the Insomniacs, they make a lot of pretty decent players look really pedestrian. Year in, year out, week in, week out. And no different today.
Scary Terry looking for that pass, incomplete. He's inaccurate. They're bumping and running and manhandling his number one option.
And that time he gets hit in the side. I don't know what the gyrations he's doing.
What is that?
But he's not feeling super great as he's trying to get that dead arm a little bit loose. But either way, the incompletion isn't a penalty. And it'll bring up about a 4th and 11. And right now, you can see the body language of BIC is that they're ready for a flight home. Unfortunately, if it stands, with no hardware to show for it.
Listen, they got to make a play right here. You know what? 9 minutes, they convert this right here, they still got hope. If not, they don't convert this. What was that Rambo song at the end of the movie? He does that walk, he does. It's a long road. You know that song?
No, keep singing. We don't own the rest of this music.
But it's on but it's a John Rambo. It's a John Rambo theme music.
Yeah. No.
And it's going to be a long road for BIC to get to repeat from this. To come back next season from this.
Well, we've already seen what it's like for them to repeat.
They got eliminated from. Hold on a second, because I spent hot. They got eliminated from the postseason. They got rebirthed because of a disqualification. They got the free flight and ticket to get access back to the championship game just to get clapped.
Now, a lot of this game was them staying close enough, doing the things that they needed to, whether it was the special teams, whether it was Jason Sisson.
They've done nothing. They have not played BIC football today, with the exception of Sisson with the 301 throws 3 times. BIC's done nothing.
I don't think the story is that BIC didn't play well. I think the story is how good the Insomniacs specifically on defense are, and when they get what they call on offense.
I get you. Insomniacs defense is not how bad BIC played. It's Insomniacs how well the defense played.
Look, obviously people are going to say different things because of the way the BIC got here, but put Animals or the U in this position, really tough to get guys open. If these wide receivers for BIC are covered, what makes you think that the guys for the U or for the Animals are getting open?
Sits on the top of your screen.
4th and 10.
Ashante.
There's Ashante.
Shake and bake, got that speed, got to get away.
And he's not going to get the first down.
Not going to do it.
8:20 left in this game, and it's already starting to feel like it's decided.
I can start here. I hear the na-na-nas already.
And like you were saying, BIC's offense today, not able to do it. And you were talking about the what it's going to be like for them to return from this. Well, they've already faced it. With the pressure, with the championship belt around their waist and walking into week after week as the team to beat. This year, they struggled. Either the personnel was a little different, or they were a little off chemistry, or maybe you could even say that victory had defeated them. You might even be able to say that, because it is hard as we look at Scott Hamilton, Devontae Carter in the backfield, Eric Schufer right there with the nice little white hat on to stay cool in this hot summer heat. BIC struggled with the target on their back this year. They lose this game, even though they had maybe one of the best opportunities, the most miraculous opportunities the defending champ has ever had. After losing a game that they needed to win, they get another chance at it. A mulligan, some might say. But it's just too much. When you're facing an Insomniacs team that can cover your wide receivers one-on-one, that Eric Schufert has found a way to play that spy on Sterry Codrington, so anytime he's broken contain in the pocket, it hasn't worked. And after, early on in this game, BIC went to the plays that worked in last year's championship. Seeing the Insomniacs as a unit, as a coaching staff, made the adjustments, you already started to kind of feel that the preparation the Insomniacs did on defense, covering what didn't work last year, and offense setting up what did, the rocket screen. You got to give the Insomniacs a ton of credit, regardless of who they're playing or where they're playing or the circumstance getting here. This Insomniacs team is playing some elite A7FL ball.
He's looking for up top screen again.
I told you it was coming. They just can't execute it for the money.
Why you can't give me a real pass? Come on.
Nah, it doesn't matter. 7:15, 46-26, and the Insomniacs, they faked the rocket screen. That time they had the end go, and it was Munchie uncovered, but Scott Hamilton misses him out of bounds. Maybe the only way you can cover Munchie is by throwing it out of play. And we're up 2nd and 10. Now, there still is plenty of time left in this game. The Insomniacs, they can't just mail it in.
So it looks like what they're trying to do.
A turnover here is terrible. And a
Incomplete
completion.
pass.
The clock will continue to run. See, the BIC defense hasn't let up. Ole Bell, long-time veteran in this league. I remember when he looked exactly the same for the Savage 15 years ago. He looked exactly the same. Just an orange jersey. Much more to say. He was just
I'm still in shock.
much more memes.
I'm still in shock how Vegas is literally eliminated.
Well, they've done it in the way that they do it, right? They walk them down. They walk you down on offense where they force you to play everything and then just take the best matchup. Sometimes the best matchup is that your corner can't tackle.
Vegas.
And here's the sit-down route to Lyons, and he's got open field.
Lyons getting there. Lyons they don't want to play no defensive ball.
4th touchdown of the day.
Touchdown, Nevada. Boy, after how many points again is the? You think they would do that? Nah, they won't have to do that. Right? They won't do that on a championship game.
I mean, to get to 66, which would be the mercy rule, they're close.
66, what they had 50.
They're close. Well, and we felt this earlier when the Insomniacs came out after halftime and went right down the field and scored a really quick touchdown. They had the momentum. But this is where that momentum teeters. When you start to blow a team out in this heat, away, there's no depth on your sideline. You have everything that you could want as the Insomniacs in feeling this revenge tour complete. If you're BIC, you have to stand up now because time is running out.
Stand up now? What are you talking? It's over.
All right, you know what? We're not supposed to say that, LJ.
That's fine. Hamilton, incomplete. He gave my man number 2 an opportunity to catch a ball.
Devontae Carter with the chance at it. Ball's a little too high.
A little too high.
We'll say the bowling ball is a gutter ball there.
All right, so 5 minutes and 48 seconds left in the ball game. 52-26. Corey Hammond, what can I say?
You could say, CSN,
Yeah.
CSN. 52-26, 52, LJ. When did that happen? It all of a sudden is just all 52?
We need to bring some more teams in here so they can see if they can stop these Vegas boys. Talk to me.
What if you're already talking trash about the defending national championship and champions in BIC and how you could beat them and how you could do a better job? That's a whole lot of talk for somebody that hasn't signed up yet. So go to A7FL.com/owners and get involved. And you too can become part of the fastest growing sports league in the universe. There's Knox with the throw off, and here's Sisson.
Sisson, he could do 4.
Hey, BIC fans have had something to cheer about when he's on the field. And once again, there's guys on the floor.
Oh man. Oh man. I don't know, man.
And with gas prices as high as they are, there's not enough in the tank for Sisson.
Oh man.
You think it's bad in Jersey? It's probably worse in Vegas.
All I know is he almost pulled it off again.
Well, he's got a total of 6, and this is a stat. When you're running and you make somebody fall on their face, it's called a KC Cox, and he has 6 KC Coxes today on those 3-on-1s, not to mention maybe a couple here and there stray in the offensive plays as we've gone. Shout-outs to Casey Cox, former Vegas announcer for the A7FL. Maybe his most famous moment. And it'll be Matt Riddick at quarterback, and they'll go crazy.
Looking for some trick
Here's
plays.
Ashanti Worthy
Hollywood.
back
Some
to Riddick
lateral.
again.
Riddick.
And he's going to the sideline because this play is not working out. And they went to go with a, Scott Van Pelt type of pitchy woo-woo type of situation. And, it's a oh-no type of play. Almost. And they are lucky to keep possession. Now, listen, he's basically in the position where they are not able to do it right now. And they've had a long season. They've had a lot. But for me, to take Sterry Codrington, your defending MVP quarterback, and to take him out and to put Matt Riddick back there, not that Matt Riddick is not a very capable player, but for BIC to move on from a guy who's won MVPs in this league, a quarterback, they might as well just go out on their shield and let Sterry play quarterback. Because at this point, LJ, this is embarrassing.
I agree. I agree. Putting Riddick in there is not giving you a different element. At the end, I can make an argument that Sterry Terry is just as he can get away from that D-line. No, I'm lying. He has to be able to get away from the D-line.
Yeah, but neither is Matt Riddick. And you can see here, when teams do this, and this goes for across the league, if you switch your quarterback out, you didn't just automatically fix the problem, right? Unless your quarterback is a guy who is not good.
Yeah.
If your quarterback is just bad, then yeah, you're not going to be able to do much. But if you think that the quarterback is the problem when he doesn't have time and the receivers are covered insanely well, good luck. Riddick throwing it away. It did go forward, so that will be incomplete. And it will be 4th down and 17. So again, it was not Sterry Codrington just not being able to do it. It's the fact that the Insomniacs defense is really good, Matt Riddick. And you see here, must be some kind of virus going around in Jersey that everybody wants to turn it into not football.
Fans, there's always, just FYI, there's always the losers that always want to pick a fight with down. I always notice that.
Now, to be fair, Ashanti Worthy, one of the best competitors in this league.
Are they calling it? Let's see what they do.
But with 52-26,
They're calling it.
And everything's starting to get a little chippy.
They hit the item with the war button.
No mas!
No mas is indeed.
No mas for BIC.
Oh, yeah.
But that means for 3 times in 4 seasons as currently constituted, the Las Vegas Insomniacs have won the national championship of the A7FL. James B gets the Gatorade. Derek Duncan, division owner, gets the hardware. And if you too want to see what your state, your town, your region can do in no pads, full contact, 7-on-7 adult football, you could join this league too, a7fl.com/owners, and bring a team to your city. And maybe in a game that looked great, LJ, this ending is anticlimactic. But this game was fully dominated by a team that earned their way to be here by right. And maybe by right, they got the revenge they felt like they deserved from last year, with a full field, with home field, and with a healthy Scott Hamilton. For the 2026 A7FL season, for Ryan DePaul, for Shenner, for everyone that puts a lot of hard work into this production, I'm Corey Hammond and LJ Smith.
Yes, sir.
And this has been the A7FL. We'll see you next year.
Our boy, who's hanging out over there, and he's gonna be happy that we do that. Pretty casual. Let's go. Good rain, our boy. We love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. We'll see y'all soon. Much love to everybody.